Nice.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Cyanus Makes a
Sinus,
Mistake.
what are you listening to? Jeez. We're doing
Actually,
a
it's kind of a
thing.
cool beat.
Certainly, nobody would use a soundboard to embarrass you.
That's all right. I could use some embarrassing.
Oh, they fuck!
I do feel like Edgar could make a soundboard.
Oh, he probably could, yeah. Absolutely.
Just feel like, I don't know if you guys have seen Bob's Burgers, but like Gene from Bob's Burgers just like recording voice clips of people and playing it back at them.
Yeah, it's. You know what? I'm remaking Edgar. He's now gonna walk around with a keyboard
Oh no.
and a bullhorn that can also make fart noises
Perfect bar.
And do robot voice.
and do robot voice.
You
And
finally,
space noises.
finally make that Magitech armor. Gonna put 2 giant speakers in it.
Yeah, it's gonna have a huge subwoofer. It's gonna be so strong.
we're
It's just
gonna-
gonna rattle and fall apart.
We gotta bring back a Christmas dinner for Zinnia though, since she's missing out.
That's true.
I just realized that looking at the Google Sheets.
Oh, yeah.
So we're not gonna level up today, but there might be some cool prizes up for grabs. I tossed the link in the Discord if you need to see it. Stay out of the red sheets. Fine. We're probably not even gonna.
Some of those numbers are gonna change whenever we start playing.
Oh yeah.
So everybody's HP and MP went 1, right?
I'm at 43.
Yeah, no, I didn't do anything actually. I got Ignis because I kept
remember.
hearing it in Baldur's Gate because that's what they use for Firebolt, and I was like, I gotta do it.
Nice.
Yeah.
It is a nice spell too, though, because you can like spend extra magic points. Yeah, to like up to 3 people I can shoot it at, which is nice.
Yeah, it should be at 43 and 48 for HBMP.
Yeah.
My defense and MDef will change, but only once I get to do some stuff.
Okay. Get my notes. Nope.
Oh, that's right. We don't
I don't have
Do
my...
we get to hear the music?
No.
I can't remember if we ever figured that out.
No, we never.
No. But I'm just gonna put one song on a loop tonight. So let me drag and drop that in the Discord for you if you.
Nice.
I'm gonna be scared. Like,
Can't wait for this to drive out all the sanity.
already getting some PTSD from hearing a singular Christmas song in a video game for far too long.
Oh god, that would be terrible.
It had become kind of an inside joke with my Final Fantasy XI buddies, because the private server that we played on ended up keeping the Christmas music in one of the main towns on for like extra long, and I was just losing it. I'm like, I can't be in this place.
Right, it was
I will show up 5 minutes before the event. Like, we'll see you later. And sure enough, I could probably send a screenshot of this.
Where's the loop button? I don't know how to use my media player. There we go. Also, I was gonna say with Baldur's Gate 3 compared to, like, if you're interested at all, Cyanus or anybody else too, would recommend it if you're into like D&D more than like a Final Fantasy, I guess would be or into it just as much. So
I picked up
that seems appealing.
Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Has anyone played that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jason and I both have that too.
Nice.
Yeah, Stars and I played it.
And it was
As you know,
$15. So far I've been having fun with it, and I like the D&D spin on it.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I actually have to play that game where Jason stopped playing it with me because of the graphics.
Yeah, the first person, the special effects just get super tiring, and then I'm like looking at all these guns every couple minutes, like, oh, which gun do I pick? And then I get really bogged down with those kind of games.
Yeah, you use the same gun for the entire play session, and then you replace it at the end.
Oh, okay. A level 1 gun?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Like, dang, these guys aren't dying. Game's too hard.
Well, it depends
0
how
out of 10.
often you're leveling. If you're gaining like 20 levels, then yeah, maybe you should replace
Fair.
it.
And is this directly after our last session, this filler one-shot?
So it's going to be like a side story, right? So it could be, we could technically try to force it to be part of the campaign, but I kind of don't really want to do that. I would say the conditions are essentially the same, but none of the story clocks are going to change or anything like that. And essentially, you're just going to be attending an end-of-the-year winter festival in Denova. And so you could even think of it as all of you kind of got together at the end of last session, and now, during the, however many days where you figured out what to do next, this winter festival took place, and you folks took part.
Do we want to mark down what, or like how much Fabula points we've got and stuff like that, so we put it to the side so we don't mess up the other game, or like we're just gonna spend these as normal, but just go with the new amounts next game? Am I overthinking things?
Well, we are getting loot from this session, so...
Yep.
Okay.
I guess we can just pretend that we ended last session with whatever we start with in this one.
Sure. Alright. Right? Maybe my character sheet. Oh, there it is. Too many tabs. I got too many tabs open.
Oh, yeah. We started right here.
Mal, I feel like I'm missing context for your screenshot there.
Well, that's exactly what I was talking about. Somebody just pinged me saying, "Hey, it's the time of year to get back into the game. because only basically the Juno Christmas music is going to be playing for the next little while, which they know I hate.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice.
And that's the scene where the guy just gets up from his chair and jumps out the window.
Okay, that makes more sense. I was confused. Oh, I mean, I would just assume you're just sharing a little tidbit, but no, it's directly related to that. Okay.
Yes.
I somehow forgot. I spaced out you said that entirely, I guess, is what.
Yeah. You know the part where I said, "Hold on, I'll get you a screenshot," and then I pasted the screenshot.
Yeah, that's the part I forgot.
Okay.
It's all good.
Everybody ready?
I believe so.
Sure.
So, you folks find yourself at right back at the bar and inn that you were at last time. I think it was called Hope's Abandon, which Edgar took a little bit of of a shining to, trying to sweet talk the innkeeper a bit, and
so I started to just call it Hope.
yeah. Well, that is your theme, so it makes sense.
Yes.
So, things are kind of slowing down. Everybody's in kind of the holiday mood in Denova, and Blair would know that there is a yearly kind of celebration, right, to bring in the new year. It's not drawn from any specific outside the table holiday, just a kind of a winter refresher type kind of thing. And so everybody's preparing for the winter festival, and one common thing that folks do during this time of year is talk about kind of what's happened to them in the past year or even the past couple of weeks, and what they are hoping to accomplish in the coming year. So as a lot of you are drinking your typical festive drinks, and unless you prefer bilge water again, it's kind of expected that everybody will talk a little bit about what the world looks like, and what they want to, where they want to be, or where they want to go, or who they want to see, or that kind of thing. And so I'll leave it to you folks to kind of lead off into that conversation.
I mean, I know for Levine, the people she wants to talk to don't exist in this town, so that's or are dead, or anymore. Yeah, so it's like I'm not sure how to segue that exactly. So she would be missing, family who have passed, friends who have passed, and also Gimme and Jenks who are up in the Dark Armor Mountains. So that's her, and she's also got her drink with that's just too much fruit in it, to the point she started just mashing it in there, just squeezing her fingers, and water just splashing up out of it. So that's her fruity festive drink. Just melon crushed in there. No, it's water with fruit in it, because she's like, dang, that was a good idea. So she just bought some fruit and just smashed it all in there after a bit.
It's a smoothie.
Okay.
Yeah, basically.
She made a smoothie.
Yeah. Could be blended better, but
Okay. I feel like Cassandra's probably a coffee person. I'm not personally, but I feel like she is. So she's probably walking around with some kind of spiced, like holiday spice kind of thing. Because I love spice cake too. So just walking around with we'll say that to-go cups of coffee exist in this world. Why not? Just some to-go cups of a to-go cup of coffee. That kind of stuff. Just because I assume this festival probably has food vendors and game stalls and stuff like that. So she's probably just kind of wandering around, looking around, and kind of maybe remembering maybe festivals that she attended when she was a kid, and thinking about stuff like that, and how much time has changed and how it can like how things are different now, and just trying to be okay with that, I guess, and try to have fun with the people in the present that she's with. Because if you're at a festival, you gotta at least try to enjoy yourself.
That's fair. Go ahead.
I was gonna say too, maybe my character could in a little bit start searching for a radio tower to actually radio Gimme and Jinx. So that might be like a phone call, call back home for the
send a
holidays. So.
telegram.
Yep. But go ahead, Kel's can go now.
Oh, yeah. I'd presume Blair is kind of visiting a local bakery or something and stacking up on the cookies, even though, like, sure, the kingdom has it all probably, but, Blair wants to show that, they support the locals and are trying to be kind of outgoing and out there when they're not always about in town, so they're just checking up on people and saying hello, probably getting swarmed by people actually, if because it's like, oh my god, the prince is out or whatever, and be like, yeah, I'm here.
As for Edgar, so he's spending a lot of time of this season thinking about all his his mom and his dad back in Pemble, his mentor. He misses them a lot. If we're talking about drinks, Edgar is definitely an espresso guy, and he's got all the fancy machines to be able to make it with the proper temperature and the proper pressure, and he would love to tell Cassandra on how to make proper coffee instead of the garbage water that she's drinking right now.
Edgar is immediately popular everywhere. The aroma coming from his and Cassandra's beverages is kind of a lot of people are inquiring, "Ooh, what is that? That smells great." And especially because neither of you are natives of Denova.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
that kind of exchange of culture is really welcomed, and people are generally a little bit more cordial and a little bit more likely to open up and ask questions during this time of year. And it's throughout the course of one of those conversations that you find out that it is tradition in Denova that there is a big competition to bring in the start of the year. And you are all invited to participate or encouraged to participate. And I think Blair especially is expected to be a part of it in one way or another.
Oh. Okay.
And so, does anybody ask about Levine's drink? Because Levine is like, why not my drink? It's still got rind in it and everything, but...
What did you have to drink? Blair will
I had the...
Sorry.
Yeah, while she's like trying to hold around this cup that used to have water in it, is now mostly just a bunch of mashed fruit. But she's like, oh yeah, this is I took some berries, and you can tell there's like some blueberry in there. You can see some of the pulp. There's like melon, just a lot of melon, particularly. She just squished the whole thing, so there's like bits of rind in there. You're pretty sure you see some celery too, and probably tomato. Just all very. You can tell it's a little bit of water left, but it's a lot of things going on.
Blair's definitely staring at this drink. Like, it just looks like, I don't know, a mess. It's nothing they've ever seen.
Oh wait, I should get my dice because I should make an insight check to see if I can tell.
Sure, go for it.
Tell if she is how impressed she is.
I do get the feeling that we need to just get Levine a blender or like a mortar and pestle.
Oh, you're right. I could design a juicer.
You totally could.
Yeah.
Okay, I rolled a 5 on my insight. How impressed is Pels with my drinks on this?
Blair, roll a willpower check.
Oh, okay, hold on. Where's my die?
Very funny.
Oh, dice.
Alright, let's see here. That is a 1.
Okay, you are compelled to
Wait,
be
will-
brutally
wait, did-
honest and say exactly what you were thinking about Levine's melon fruit pulp drink.
I should point out too, my insight, I rolled 2 dice. I don't know if Blair did the same.
I only rolled 1. I can roll.
Because I have a 1 also, so. But I have a 1 and a 4,
Oh,
so it's a
and
5.
there's a 2, so.
Okay, wow.
The previous statement.
Not better.
So I'm saying what again? I'm sorry. What I think of it?
Yep, you are wearing it all on your face, good, bad, or ugly.
Oh no. Blair's face, like Blair has a drink, right? And it's like a peppermint thing. And they're thinking maybe they should give their drink up to their friend here and remove that substance from their hand, kind of vibe. Like, this looks like something she would find in the swamp, or this is like, what is
Accurate.
this?
Accurate.
Like, it also reminds me of like those little cups of water that you put celery in, but then you throw a bunch of other crap in there to make it look festive, but it's not.
Yeah, it's got some red and green, you know.
Yeah, so that is Blair's expression. They don't really know how to say it politely, but you know, they're like, "Do you want to try mine? It's fresh, minty."
Well, Levine is gonna say like, "Oh, of course, I'll trade with you. Happy holidays." She takes this as like a gift exchange, where we're giving each other just as good of things. And then Levine takes a sip, like, and she's thinking for a moment. It's like, wow, mine is so much better, but she doesn't say anything.
Levine is insane.
It's like, ooh, it's spicy. Ooh.
Blair just like lifts it up, but doesn't drink. It's just like a. It just gradually lowers it. Like, yeah, that's the stuff.
I like to imagine that Edgar and I are just over there with a crowd of people talking about our drinks with them. As you two are standing over there.
No, yeah, Blair
Blair's
saved you all from
forced.
Levine. Blair saved you all from Levine trying to wedge in there. So
What a leader.
Right.
I did it, Reddit.
Okay, I'd like Blair to roll a double insight check for me, please.
A double insight.
And this
Okay.
is going to be a check to see how much you know about the competition that's coming up. The difficulty class is going to be 10. Actually, it's going to be 7, and each 3 roll above that, you'll get a little bit more information about it.
Okay, hold on a sec. Sorry, I was making my dice tower. A 1 and a 4. Oh god. I'm not having a good day on rolls, gang.
You haven't been really paying attention during the festivals in the past year. You've
Uh-oh.
always been preoccupied with other things going on, so you don't really know what you all are in for, but you do know that it happens every year, and it's usually considered to be a lot of fun.
Classic bourgeoisie, they just don't care about the little people.
I just kind of smile, like, this is gonna be fun.
Okay. Let's see. Alright, would anyone like to do anything else during this time before the start of the festival?
I mean, I like to assume too that we can like get a vibe of what we're supposed to be. Like, there's like posters around that sort of, or like a brochure we could grab that sort of tells about the events that we're supposed to be doing. There's gotta be something. I mean, there's gotta be flyers.
So, you kind of, let's roll a group check to see what information everyone gathers from flyers and from other people that they talk to and everything. So this is going to be an insight and willpower check. So you folks decide who's going to lead, and we'll go from there.
I might suggest somebody other than me since I don't pay attention, apparently.
I mean, willpower is like one of my second best stats.
Yeah, I have D6 and insight, D8 and willpower.
Sounds like this is gonna be another Edgar type of, unless maybe
Willpower?
Levine will take charge, but I feel like this might be an Edgar kind of thing.
It would be really funny if Levine, who usually seems very dumb, is the one who figures out what we're supposed to do, yes. No offense that your character sometimes is dumb.
No, but it doesn't mean she's not observant.
That's
Yeah,
what I mean, though.
She's
is
very
it's
observant. She just
one
kills
of my
everything she
favorite
observes.
tropes of the characters when they're dumb but super wise.
I mean, I think you should lead this.
All right, yeah, Levine will lead this.
Okay.
Edgar's way too in explaining his process and how he roasts his own beans.
Levine is going to take her former years as a princess, and she is going to kind of try to recycle through that knowledge and see what the festivities here might be like if she were to engage in the performances. You know,
All right.
she has former princess experience.
So let's so Levine's role will ultimately be insight and willpower. Actually, one of them will be willpower. You can pick the other one and kind of flavor how Levine would go about gathering this information. Everybody else kind of give me an idea of what your character is doing to find out more about this festival. Are you greasing somebody's palm? Are you just looking for flyers? Are you staring at the ground? What are you doing, and what kind of role are you making? I'm gonna let everybody kind of describe what their character does, and we'll figure out what dice to roll and the advantage that goes to Levine on the final roll.
So we have a crowd of people around us asking about our drinks.
Mhm.
So I think I would just be talking to them and just like asking about local stuff and like just getting to like, just like general chit chat and like talking about the festival, what they want to do there, if they have any plans at the festival. Are they participating in the competition too? That kind of stuff.
Okay. I would say that at least half of your role should be willpower. It's very much how well you're able to carry on a conversation and convince people to talk to you about it. And some of them might have information that they're not necessarily supposed to share about it. And so we'll see how well you get to them. What do you think the other die should be?
I do think it should be insight because it's when you're talking to people and you're trying to get secrets and observations out of them. Insight and willpower is,
All right. Love it. Go ahead and everybody's difficulty class is going to be 10 for this. So just let me know if you pass or fail. Yeah, go ahead and roll yours.
I passed.
I got exactly 10.
Nice. Okay, that's a pass. Blair and Edgar, what are you folks doing?
Probably nothing too unlike Cassandra. Since I'm also an outsider, I'm probably explaining what I usually do with
Okay. Similarly, I'm
my
going to say
village.
willpower for one of yours, and you can pick the other one.
Yeah. Likely insight as well.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm sharing my culture, the way we do things. Explain how we hang a fuzzy pickle from the ceiling, and and then they tell me about their tournament.
Awesome. Go ahead.
That is a 11.
All right. That's another pass. And Blair, what are you doing?
I think Blair is still a little unsettled by the strength that she acquired. And is like sort of standing there staring at it, and then of course somebody comes up to talk to them, and they're just sort of like, and then as the conversation gets on, they're like, oh yeah, are you gonna participate? And Blair's like, what? That kind of reaction. So, I suspect that, they're just sort of asking a little bit about it, like, well, what are you gonna do at it? You know, like trying to fish for information without seeming ignorant as they are.
Okay, I'm gonna say one of your die should be insight. You can pick the other one.
Okay. Let's see. Alright, I rolled an 8 and a 6. So I did, the willpower.
Okay, that sounds good. And then, Levine, tell us how it all comes together, and then your roll will have +3 on it.
Well, I feel like the main way Levine gets information is just through intimidate. I think that's like her only tactic in crowds, even regardless if she's trying to be subtle. So I feel like she's going to bad cop for all of the other companions. She's just going to kind of muscle in and then just be like, well, first of all, she has to get her drink back from Blair because this thing's just too spicy. Like, you know, it's got too much sting in her nose every time she sips it. It's like, ooh, too spicy. So it's going to be a lot of stuff like that, you know, and then kind of muscling in between the conversation and then like companions shoo us away. So it kind of, you know, try to be like the bad cop. I don't know how much deliberately, but to give them a bit more like, oh, thank you for getting rid of this person, you know?
Well, I'm gonna
So
say that one of your die should be might, and you get to pick the other one.
I think it'll still be willpower.
Okay, roll it up.
Jeepers, I'm rolling my body part die. That's not the right one.
Oh.
Just dropped it on the floor.
That's huge too. How do you confuse that?
I was trying to
And
pull one
also,
out,
it's
but
my
it just fell out of the
dice.
cup. Exactly, but you gave it to me, so it dibs.
I did
Alright,
not.
I'm gonna... Okay, this is a
Said
D10.
you
That's my
confused
might. And my willpower. Let's go. 11.
Okay. +3 is 14. So, alright, so you find out that, first of all, there will be 4 different events. Right. Four different events, and they're all a little bit different, but most of them are going to rely on a sheer force of will in one form or another. You have heard that in the past, during this very tends to be a cold time of year, that one of the events is going to be a firewood sled pull, in which you pull progressively heavier sleds of increasing loads of firewood across a set distance, and are kind of with the goal of moving them to a central location in the town. And then there's also a lot of this is, you know, that the finale is going to take place at a small frozen lake. But you are unable to ascertain exactly what is going to be going on. And that's the information that you've got.
So it sounds like a relay race. What's everybody's might?
It might be my worst.
Well, you know who likes sprinting.
Yeah, I was thinking it should be Edgar, Blair, Cassandra, and Levine for the order. If we have to do a relay for like a strength-based one.
Okay.
If that seems logical to everybody else.
Yep.
Okay, because as soon as I heard that, I was like, oh, that's going to be rough for you too. Just poor Edgar and Blair.
Yeah. We try.
Oh no, you definitely, but that it will be a funny visual. That's for sure.
Blair's just as strong as Cassandra.
Oh, are they really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I guess it'll be a funny visual for both of us, perhaps.
No, yeah, I thought that was an interesting thing about Blair and Cassandra's stats.
Okay.
Surprisingly strong.
The last thing that you overhear is that these will be individual events overall.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. so it's not
Oh.
it's not a relay.
Well, then Levine is doing that one.
Yeah. Let's see. All right. So the festival competition is formally starting very shortly. Is everybody going to be entering?
Well, since I'm expected to, yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah,
Levine has to support
not?
her team.
I got nothing to lose.
of course. It'll be fun.
Okay. You come across the troubadour who you had extensive conversations with last time, and he begins assisting in kind of corralling everyone towards the center of town. And the festival competition is starting soon. Everybody, bundle up and bring your best with you. The firewood sled pool will be first, and we've got fabulous prizes. There are 4 total events. The first prize for each event is 100 zenith. So winning an event awards you 100 zenith, regardless of how the overall outcome goes. And then the overall best prizes for best scores in all 4 events. First place is an accessory. It is a necklace of ice immunity. Second prize is a wand of ice. And third prize is cold hard cash in 500 zenith. So that's what you'll be competing for, and the troubadour is rounding people up, trying to get them excited, letting them know that there are these kind of rare prizes up for grabs, and everybody could use money to start up the new year. So yeah, we'll start with the you all arrive at the fire sled pool. There are about 10 different sleds lined up, and each of you wait your turn in order to perform the fire sled pool. What I would like everyone to do is individually roll a might and willpower.
Alright.
Haha.
Ooh. I got a 14.
Oh,
Nice. Did you get double 7?
No, 6 and an 8. My might is a D10, so
Oh, okay.
I rolled pretty high on both, but that's the thing that happens when you have a might of 10 and
I got a
everyone else
10.
is.
What did you roll, Levine?
14.
A 14? Okay.
Yep.
What did everybody else roll?
A
I got
9.
a 10.
an 8.
Oh,
Okay.
Checks
And
out.
is anybody using any specific skills or anything that might be in their character class or sheets to try and give them an advantage here?
So this is a sled pull, or what is this exactly? Just
So yeah, it's kind of like it's a bunch of wood is on a sled, and instead of being tied to animals or some other type of machinery to be pulled, instead they're pulled by hand.
ooh.
I mean, Levine would probably still be fully armored doing this, and she would just be draping herself in dark energy to heat up her body so much and like melt the snow a bit as she like holds the reins in her teeth, clamps down on all fours, and is just scraping the ground.
Blair is
Terrifying.
observing this quietly.
That would be her the way she does it.
Sinus,
This is a workout for her, so
I'm familiar with where the sled race is. Not the actual race, but like where it's at.
Hmm?
Would I be able to like rely on my trained memory to kind of think of like the best way to go about the race, like landscape wise for speed?
Oh,
It's a straight 100-yard pool.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well,
So you do remember that the best way is a straight line.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Remember your training of walking backwards.
Yeah, I'll just think of like some noble walking ponce thing. There we go. Can't burn out of stamina too early in the race. Slow and steady wins the race, right?
Levine's never heard of that, but fair.
All right. So the race begins, and everybody starts off pretty evenly, but it very quickly becomes apparent that it is pretty much a dead heat between Levine and a gentleman, a quite strapped gentleman named Hobarth, who is a blacksmith in Denova, but Levine just barely manages to edge them out in the final leg of the race, and so Levine wins the first event. So add 100 Zenit to your total.
Yay! She would also like to take a moment after looking like a displacer beast running down the track to give that blacksmith a handshake.
He, well done. I wasn't sure that I'd be able to. I thought for sure I'd be able to beat you in that heavy armor. And he takes a closer look at your armor and says, "It's curious. It's not any work that I'm familiar with. You should stop by sometime and tell me what this armor's history is, and see if we can't spruce it up a little bit."
Levine stops and thinks for a moment and is like, just nods and is like, "Wow, someone's asking me about myself. How do I respond to this?" And then she just gives him a thumbs up.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'll be there. I'll be there.
Okay. Great. I can't wait to hear about it. He slaps you on the back, and you're all a little bit out of breath, but fortunately,
Oh yeah, she's heaving.
yeah, there's a bunch of people helping out with the event who have started to take the bundles of firewood that you have all carted to the center. Which, by the way, Blair is just finally getting there, breaking up the rear. But everybody managed to finish the race, and the bits of firewood are now being loaded into. Well, you're not 100% sure what they are. Everybody roll. Let's see. A double insight check real quick.
Oh, nice. That's my favorite.
Hey, 11.
11.
Ooh, a 10.
10.
Nice.
A 4.
I'd also,
4.
I'd also like to point out that when the blacksmith hit me on the back, I kind of started coughing up some of the strands of the rope between her teeth because she was really biting down on it and kind of got jammed between her teeth. So she's flossing that out too a little bit.
I thought you were gonna say strands of the melon drink from earlier.
No, that's kind of churning down there, but it's good for now. You know, it's the rind does not break down that much apparently.
And Blair, what did you roll?
12.
A 12.
Yeah.
So Blair and Edgar, you kind of you're going to get an advantage in the next event, a +1 to your rolls. You recognize that these are rudimentary ovens that are going to be used in the next event.
Oh.
Oh, bacon.
So the next event is the baking event. So a lot of times it's really important to be able to prepare a fire and be able to make food over a fire during the colder months, and to be able to adjust to the fierce outdoor temperatures and climate conditions. And it's at this time you notice that there's a light snow beginning to come down and a little bit of wind. And you will all be asked to bake a festive treat for the winter festival. Now you get the choice of what you want to make. There are a bunch of different ingredients available to you. So take a moment real quick to think about what kind of food you might like to bake to impress the judges here. And it will be judged both on the quality of what you make as well as the choice in food that you decide.
Well, Levine has some leftover celery, tomatoes. He's got some blueberries and melon.
It's gonna be horrible. If you win this, I swear
She's
to
a-
God.
She's thinking about making a pasta
I'll
with a
protest.
nice
Just,
fruit dish on the side, a nice
we'll
fruit
just
salad.
this festival for the rest of the game.
She's already got some extra supplies ready. She's really good with a knife, so
Anyway.
Okay. So now we're going to begin the baking competition. So what's everybody making?
Are we able to see other people's ideas? Like, not like our party, but like the other competitors.
Well, let's see. Does Blair have any abilities that might let them...
Unexpected ally, wink.
Also, you described how we have to learn how to like start a fire and be able to cook in like a field, and that's kind of just military training.
Yep.
So I feel like both Levine and I both, given our backgrounds, because Levine has military background, right? But we
Levine
should
has
also-
self-trained survival skills, so she has some.
But,
but
well, at
that's-
the very least, I can argue that I have experience
She does
doing
like
this
to
already.
eat,
So
and
I
she
should
is
have
good with
some
an-
kind of advantage here.
Yeah, I'll just go.
Or
This
get
is
to use
actually your
my
eye.
Fabula point or something.
This is also Dragon's in real life
No, it is.
proficiency. So, but Levine also is. She likes to eat, and she's good with a knife. So she likes to try to make herself good stuff. So, but she's gonna do like a pasta dish and also a sautéed fruit dish. She's not even paying attention to what everyone else is really doing. She's just kind of doing her own thing. That sounds good right now.
So I'll say that Levine gets a +1 to their roll from having some survival experience. Cassandra as well.
Yay.
For Blair, and again for anyone else who wants to kind of consider it, I have a couple ideas for you. You might be able to use unexpected ally, or you could use potentially Flash of Insight to try and, for lack of a better word, cheat in this event a little bit and try and see what other people are doing. You could choose to spy on a particular NPC that we haven't yet named that might give you some sort of an advantage, or you could choose to spy on someone who's a part of the party. This is a competition, and nothing is, at least as of yet, explicitly banned. So use your abilities creatively and describe how you're going to use that to gain a leg up in the competition, and we'll make an appropriate roll adjustment.
I would definitely like to use Flash of Insight. Maybe, I don't know, with either the judge or one of the competitors to kind of get a feel for, like, what are you hungry for? See if there's any way to kind of figure out what should be baked.
So be like a this is a baking show protagonist. Just stare at the judges. Oh, they like this.
Yeah, like, I feel like Gordon Ramsay would be like, oh, it always needs more salt. And I'd be like, alright, I'm gonna add extra salt. I got this.
This is kind of a deep cut, and it's, so, like, there's this Yumiro Patissier. It's, like, a really old anime. And in that, she stares at, like, all of the people that she's, like, about to serve and, like, observes them, like, eating everybody else's food and is like, oh, I should do this instead. Oh, they like bitter things, so I'll make his bitter for him. And, like, customizing it for each of the judges, and she, like, wins every time because of it.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I would love to see that happen in this game. Just like...
Just,
I'm okay with that level of fantasy, but if we get into Shokugeki, we might be stepping over the line a bit. Yes, exactly. Everybody knows exactly what's going on here.
I already had the.
You were expecting Food Wars, right?
I had this ready for whenever it was going to be my turn, but it's all good.
All right, Blair, let's roll your flash of insight.
Okay.
Let's see. So one of your dice must be insight to. Actually, no. One of your dice must be willpower to try and discern. You said you want to use this on a judge of the competition?
Yeah.
Okay. So, one must be willpower. You can pick the other die, and don't forget you could double willpower if you wanted to, and kind of describe what happens, and you can dump Fabula points if you want as well. But it says you've got to roll a 13 or higher.
Ooh.
Oh, damn.
Okay. Well, let me get the insight then with the willpower.
Okay.
See how this goes. Oh, that was awful.
We believe in you.
I rolled a 5. I don't even know if a Fabula point can fix that much of catastrophe here. But yeah, I don't think that's gonna fix.
I don't think I have enough Fabula points to help whatever's happening over there.
Yeah, I think I'm getting caught out and drug out of the party, like the competition. Like, Blair, what are you doing?
Or you just make something that's the exact opposite of what they want.
Oh, that would actually be really funny. You know what? I'm going with it. Yeah, so
Obviously, they want whatever Levine was drinking.
yeah, so like Blair would try to kind of inconspicuously stand nearby, whistling, doing the very stereotypical I'm not paying attention while I play with trays and stuff that I'm not even sure what I'm making. And I hear something and I think I know what they want, so I start trying to prepare like let's just say some sort of like spam or something gross. Why not?
Yeah.
One of those Jello
Or like
Jello
a fruit
dishes.
cake or whatever.
God,
Something gross.
Spam and Jello. The Jello spam
Little
dish.
Jello salad. Let's go.
Yeah. So that's what's happening with Blair right now. It's,
Okay.
Oh no.
So you attempt to schmooze one of the judges, and you ask them, well, what did you have for dinner last night? Is the only thing that comes to mind for you, and you think that is going to be the thing that helps give you an edge. And so this person informs you that they had a delightful fruit tart the night before that had some sort of gelatin base in it, and you've never heard of this before, and much less able to prepare it, and also you're attempting to feed this person the same thing they ate the night before. And so that's pretty much how this is going to play out. You are going to get a -2 to your roll in this competition.
Is it a flat -1? Because they were going to get a +1 before?
Yeah.
Could be worse.
Individually. So Cassandra and Jas are getting +1 respectively on their rolls, and Blair is getting a -2 on their roll.
Oh no, because you
Well, we
said
got a
Yeah.
the
+1 for
ovens.
the
Oh, yes.
perception check.
Oh, proper prep work. Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, -1 overall.
Okay.
At least you got those ovens earlier.
God.
The
The
folks on the
struggle's
ovens
real.
forgot how to ask about dinner.
Anyone else have any abilities or anything they're bringing to the table to flavor how they're going to participate in this competition?
I already argued
guess-
for mine. So.
I guess Levine could use Withstand, the new ability I gave her. She's gonna take a moment, process all the ingredients she has, think through every bit that she wants to be doing, kind of lay out a whole process, and for that she is going to also increase her willpower by 1 die size for this roll.
Nice. I don't have in front of me, but I'm gonna find it.
Here, I can copy and paste it quick too. Let me just boop. I don't know if I should like expend MP points for that too, just because it seems like it's because yeah.
Okay.
It's a little bit of a stretch, but
Ah, I like it. Okay. All right. Anybody else?
I mean, Edgar's gonna keep it simple. He comes from a small village. He's gonna think back of, baking with his family, and if this is a baking event, he's gonna focus on making a cake. Trying to think. I mean, baking is basically science, right? There's a lot of measuring. It's very precise,
true.
unlike cooking. So he pulls out his trusty notebook that he has all his designs in it, but he also happens to keep some of the recipes that he brought back from home. And he's going to start making a Queen Elizabeth cake,
Okay.
which
Ooh.
exists in this world. A Queen Blair Elizabeth cake.
Oh my god.
All right. Yeah, I definitely like that. So yeah, take a +1 to your roll.
I have one more. So I did think of something.
Uh-huh.
So I'm an elementalist, so I feel like I'm pretty good with elements and maybe controlling, like, or at least like noticing like fire temperatures and stuff. So maybe Cassandra's really good at being sensitive to like the heat of an oven, so things don't burn.
I would say, especially with the fact that you have the spell Ignis, that you
Yes,
can
it's-
probably control fire a little bit better than everybody.
Yeah. Nice.
poor Blair. Poor Blair.
All right.
Blair's just having a bad day.
So, you all have your dishes, right? And I think I know what everybody is making, and I'll do some behind the scenes messing about with your rolls a little bit. But everybody needs to roll insight and willpower for the baking competition.
I had to increase my willpower then.
Yep. Nice job.
Insight and willpower.
I have. Should I mention my roll now? Or wait?
Let's start with. We'll go down the list as it appears in Discord. So, Blair, what did you roll?
I rolled a 15 and I had the -1, so 14.
Holy crap!
Nice. Wow. Dang.
I thought I did good.
Cassandra.
Never mind. It's not that
Uh,
bad. It could be
I
worse.
rolled a 6, and then with the +2, it's an 8. So it's not terrible, but not great.
And Edgar?
I got a 12, but with a +2, that's a 14. But it was 2
Jeepers.
6s.
Okay.
Oh, critical success.
Wait, what was that?
I rolled a 12, 2 6s. So
Oh,
that's
nice.
an opportunity. But with the +2, that's comes up to 14, so ties with Blair.
All right.
Nice.
Cool. And Jas?
It's all gonna come down to what that guy had for dinner, I guess. I rolled a 10 plus a 1.
Seriously?
Okay.
Cassandra.
I'm gonna sabotage Levine's dish. Just kick it.
So,
Steal something from it. See if I notice. Try guys it.
Edgar, how would you like to use your opportunity?
How can I use this opportunity right now? How can we use opportunities normally? It's my first time.
Yeah, I don't know what I done with mine either, so good luck. They
So
existed.
I have a list of opportunities here for you that might be applicable. Advantage: next check performed by you or an ally will receive a +4 bonus.
Damn.
Affliction: a creature suffers dazed, shaken, slow, or weak. Which
Yeah, I'll put
you
that
could
on
put
Blair.
that on one of your allies or a judge, maybe. You could create a bond if you wanted to.
Make a bond with one of the judges. Utilize that.
Favor: your
Excuse.
actions earn you someone's support or admiration. Information: you spot a useful clue or detail.
You know what? Maybe since this is a competition, maybe I'll just do the.
I'm sorry, I couldn't quite hear you.
I said since this is a competition, maybe I'll just do the give myself a bonus on my next roll.
Okay, that sounds good. All right. So the results. Blair makes an unexpectedly delicious cake, or like fruit jello tart thing that miraculously does not collapse. But unfortunately, it's pretty much the same thing the judge had last night, and so they're not really wowed by it because their palate is kind of, they're looking for something new and fresh, and Blair has the unfortunate honor of going first, and so with nothing to compare it to, it just doesn't have the same hit, despite being a surprisingly well-crafted bake. Cassandra, you made a really impressive fire. Everybody was hanging out, but unfortunately, everything just kind of came apart because the snow and the cold. You spent most of your time trying to control that fire, and the dish just didn't quite come out the way you had hoped. Jas, everything kind of went according to plan. You made something pretty tasty, but the hero through it all is Edgar, whose exacting scientific specifications and attention to detail made an impossibly well-baked cake. It looks perfect, and all of the judges are just instantly in awe, and somehow this cake is, despite being really cold out, you use this perfect blend of spices and flavors that kind of warms everyone's soul who has a piece of it. And it is no question Edgar has won this competition. So
Yay.
add another 100 zenit to your total, Edgar.
Oh, heck yeah. And can I also just have like a couple minutes so I can get myself a piece of Queen Elizabeth cake that I made with my mom this weekend?
Sure.
Nice.
Is this like outside the table or at the table?
Yes.
It's outside the table. No, I'm actually, yeah, I've got some in the kitchen. I'll be right back.
Yeah, let's take a quick break until 10 o'clock and we'll resume the rest of the festival. Looks like everybody is back. Edgar, remind me the nature of the opportunity you took.
I took a bonus for my next roll, though hopefully it's like my next, competition.
Yeah,
attempt.
okay.
Is
Sounds good.
D4 you said?
Alrighty. Oh, this is going to be an interesting one. Okay.
And bring in
So,
that motivation.
everybody's had a little bit to eat, both in and out of game,
I'm still.
and we return to the competition where nobody has quite an idea what you're doing next, but um, you are, along with the other competitors, shuffled to a small pond right outside the castle gates. And unlike lots of the other areas that you've seen so far, this pond is not frozen over. And the judges inform you that the next thing that you will be doing is doing a polar plunge. And so all of you are going to jump into the pond, and whoever lasts the longest wins.
Wow, that's not ideal.
So before we begin, does anybody have any abilities, skills, backgrounds that is likely to influence their ability to survive the cold here?
Can I make myself warmer with that whole fire controlling thing like we talked about earlier?
I would say that you should probably cast Ignis, essentially, to do this,
Yes,
which is
I'll
fine.
cast Ignis. Yeah.
I mean, I could use the fact that Levine could drop into adrenaline, like drop into crisis, staying in there so long that she executes adrenaline. So just give up half her HP to sit a super long time in freezing water.
Okay. I buy that.
Is there anything in the water? Like creatures?
Make a double insight check.
Oh god, okay.
Difficulty of, let's say, 10, and you get a +1 bonus because you live here.
Alright. I rolled 5 and a 9. Sorry, I was like math plus the 1, so 15.
A 15?
Yeah.
There are a couple of freshwater fish in this pond, and maybe a couple of small like snails and frogs and other things, but mostly what's active this time of year is.
Dang it. Okay. I was thinking of like Jonah and the whale type of thing. Maybe it's warmer in a fish for a minute. If I can my trust in you with a fish. I don't think I have anything with Blair though.
Yeah, I'm having a real hard time thinking of what I could possibly do to withstand this.
The fancy engineer doesn't have anything with his cool mecha arm? What?
Well, yeah, but I don't want to go too over the top. Like I can't have a machine for everything. Be like, oh yeah, I got a portable hot tub machine that'll just warm up the water near me.
Okay.
That's fair.
I don't have that level of gadgets, but maybe I could blow 2 inventory points to use a shard. This allows me to make one creature suffer 10 damage of a type of my choice: air, bolt, earth, fire, or ice. So I mean, like if I use fire, basically similar to what Cassandra's doing, except I'm blowing inventory points instead of magic.
And I'm
Okay.
blowing half my hit points, so
Yeah.
mine's a little more extreme for the same
Actually,
results.
you know what? No, since that shard is just it has nothing to do with any of my classes. That's just anybody can really do that. Here's what I'm gonna do.
I mean, you are kind of a tinkerer. I feel like it still fits, but
So, I'm still gonna blow some inventory points. But I'm gonna spend 3 points. You see Edgar puts away his gun. I mean, he didn't have his gun in his hands, I guess, so he doesn't put away his gun. It's just not out. and starts assembling this gigantic two-handed cannon. So I use my gadget skill to create my magic cannon, and I'm gonna make it be fire elemental. And I'm gonna fire that in the water and then go in it.
I feel like that just gives everybody an advantage.
Nope, just next to me.
It's just isolated to a singular cube area.
I shoot myself.
Jeez. All right. Cassandra, you get a +2 to your roll. Edgar,
Nice.
you get a +1 to your roll, and then
Sure.
obviously your opportunity. And
Yeah.
Jas, you get a +3 to your roll.
Okay.
And Blair, did you want to do anything with the fish, or?
You get a plus fish to your roll.
Hug the
Maybe-
fish for warmth.
Maybe I could get enough fish to swarm around me in a school so I don't feel so cold. I don't know. They're probably cold as heck too. I don't know.
Moving water might be less cold.
Moving water would definitely be more cold
Okay.
because then your body
Yeah.
heat is warming the water around you. So the
Someone
less it
might need-
moves, the better you are.
Depending on Blair's roll, someone might need to pull her out early.
Yeah, I think it's gonna go downhill. But yeah, I
keep
don't
an
really
eye on 'em.
have anything that I could
Fish are
think
very
of.
muscular, though.
Oh,
Fish are very muscular, and muscle has heat
Did
and
they-
energy, so...
do they own the weenie hut over there, like in SpongeBob?
Okay. That being said, I think everybody is set and has their advantages and everything. This will be a double willpower roll.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Oh boy.
We'll also say Levine is getting down into her underwear for this one, because she knows about hypothermia and stuff,
Oh,
so
shit.
she ain't no dummy.
I rolled a 14.
Threw my D4 on the ground.
I rolled an 11 up to a 14 as well.
a 15 altogether.
Oh wow. Oh wait,
rolled
I
an
also
8
get
and
a.
a 5 plus
I get a
2.
+1.
Yeah.
Plus
I tied you,
1 and a
Cassandra.
+4 from your opportunity.
Well, hold on. 5, 12, 14, 15. Yeah.
Oh, did we tie?
Yeah.
Just staring
Blair and
at
I
each
did
other
about
like
the
you get out
same,
first. No, you.
But that's only because I ended up rolling a 2 on my D4, so I
Okay.
got an extra, that extra 2.
Sorry, remind me what. Oh, right. Okay, so Jas with Levine with best intentions and a good strategy, having stripped off the armor, makes a slight miscalculation, and that armor, doesn't. Without the armor, having not been outside the armor for quite some time, your skin does not quite adjust as well as you would hope to the freezing
Yeah, you
cold
got some-
waters.
No, that's the intent. That's why I go into full adrenaline. I'm preparing for this.
But and you do get the surge of adrenaline. Nobody went in as quite as buff as Levine here, but nevertheless you outlast many of the other competitors, but are ultimately the first one in the party to come up. Blair, having spent a lot of their life in Denova and in colder climates, makes a great showing in terms of, but it's really a battle of wills between Edgar and Cassandra, who still haven't come up yet. I need both of you to roll double willpower one more time, no advantages.
All right, if I pee in the water, do I get an advantage?
Yes.
Uh-oh, first roll is bad.
+1.
Oh, second roll is all right. Oh, did you really? +1? All right, 17. Or not 17. 11.
Oh, I got a 9.
Oh dang, you would have won without peeing in the water. I think that's really what scared Cassandra out at that point.
Just grossed her out. She moved away, and then the cold water got to her. I wouldn't have peed in the water. I wouldn't have peed in the water. So it's just
I will say too, Levine said to Blair, like, dang, you're strong.
Oh, so a 9 versus like basically as soon as I got out, like Edgar.
So, Edgar and Cassandra have the ultimate stare down, and Edgar, asserting dominance, pees in the water in hopes that it will keep them a little bit warmer. But Cassandra, unfortunately, also feels that warmth and gives Edgar this look of absolute disgust and gets out of the water as quickly as possible.
Cannon. It was my cannon.
The cannon, all right. And so Edgar emerges, finding out that they have, in fact, won the polar plunge. Congratulations, take another 100 then it.
Levine would like to.
It's gonna barely pay for my cannon.
Slightly hypothermic Levine would like to shake Edgar's hand. She didn't realize how strong all of her teammates actually were.
He shakes your hand, but then the cold metal of his arm makes you stick to him.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, she's gonna have to. I guess she's gonna make a might roll. Hopefully, she has to take off the arm.
So you all warm up by the fires and get an actual rest in and recover any lost HP, any negative effects of doing the polar plunge are now gone.
Thank goodness.
And are just kind of hanging out, taking a little break before the announcement of the final competition here. And they're also going to do an update on the current standings going into the final event. And so, as you are all warming up, the judges inform you that Edgar is currently in first place. They're still, and the moment that they say Edgar's name out loud, they all remember the delicious cake that they ate, and it again kind of warms their soul. And Edgar's really won over the crowd. He's a huge crowd favorite here. Followed by Levine, and then followed by an NPC, followed by Cassandra and Blair, and a couple other NPCs. NPCs haven't been rolling super well.
At least I'm in 4th place.
You two are tied for 4th currently.
Oh.
But, yeah. Let's see. Alright. You are all warmed up, ready to go for the final event, and you are led to the docks region, where you see that a portion of the water has frozen over, and there's a big snowbank there and everything, and there's just a huge crowd of people, and everybody is celebrating and having drinks and really excited for the final part of the competition, which you learn is going to be an ice carving competition. And so all of you will be responsible for picking an ice sculpture and attempting to actually bring that sculpture to life. And you are informed that everybody, that you'll be closely watched during this competition, that you are not allowed to use any means other than physical means in order to shape the ice. But yes. So, yeah, you are... Now, you take that information for what you will, but those are the rules of this competition. But yeah, what kind of ice sculpture would all of you like to carve?
Cassandra's gonna carve a cat.
A cat. Awesome.
Levine is going to carve a short-haired gremlin. A Mogwai
Awesome.
wearing overalls.
Oh, go
you,
ahead.
you go ahead. Oh,
No. I was saying because I wasn't sure yet. So go ahead.
I think Blair would probably attempt to do like a dragon. It's just to see how
A
it goes.
dragon. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, hey, that's your avatar. I get it.
Yeah.
Rar.
Maybe Edgar will try to do an airship.
Airship. I love it. Okay. Does anyone have any skills or abilities that they would like to use to help them shape the ice?
Besides being good with a knife, I don't think I got anything I can call on for Levine. Besides just actual attacking it. Just attacking
Breach?
it.
Because I can deal no damage but destroy one shield, so I feel like that kind of sounds like carving.
Okay.
I
Yep.
don't.
You can take a +1 for using breach.
Nice.
I'm really trying to think. How
Can I
use soul skills
encourage
on that.
myself?
You can, wait a second. Choose another creature that can hear.
Yeah, it's another.
Okay, cannot.
That seems a little bit. You should be able to give yourself a pep talk.
Poor Blair.
If you could, I'd be a much happier person.
I guess I can only go with train memory here based on books I've read in the library at the Kingdom or something for, getting the details right. But that's about all I can think of for this.
Could have read a bunch of how to draw manga books.
Exactly.
All right,
Iceberg.
roll a double insight to see how well you can recall that information, and yeah,
An 8.
an 8.
An 8, yes.
Okay. You think that you can get the details right, but you're unsure as to whether that is going to translate into the actual sculpture or not.
Okay.
All right. Anybody else?
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think any of my skills would really allow me to do anything.
I could shadow strike it because ice is weak to darkness or something.
You can certainly try.
Yeah, let's do it. We'll do it. We just roll an attack roll on it, basically.
All right, and Mal, I heard you say something, but I couldn't tell what it was. You're a little quiet.
Am I quiet? Oh, okay. Sorry. I'll have to double check that. No, I basically said that I don't think I have any abilities that I can really use in this situation, unless the ice is considered a construct, and then I can control it. But that's not going to help anything.
You can make it a construct.
Just like whip out some like gears and screws and stuff.
There you go.
I suppose that since you're making an airship, you could technically try to instill it with construct qualities, like working propellers or something
Like it
like
actually
that.
flies around.
Yeah.
No, there
Or
you
like-
go.
Like
you
a
can-
drone or something, right?
Could turn the sails a little, maybe.
All right.
Or yeah, or if it flies around, that'd be cute too, actually.
Okay. You can take a +1 to your roll as well, Edgar.
All right. Well, thanks everybody else.
You're welcome.
Okay. If that's it for everyone, I need you all to roll dexterity and insight, please.
Can I still roll dexterity and might just to attack it ferociously and hope see what happens?
Not.
I might
for
be throwing,
this-
but
not for this one.
Dang. Dang.
Just because you have a picture in your head, right, and you're trying to translate that picture into the ice, and no matter how much strength you use, it ultimately comes down to finesse to get it to look like something.
No, it's fair. Where's it again? Dexterity Insight?
Yep.
Okay.
I got an 11.
7.
I got a
I got a
13.
Got a 10.
And did
That's
Edgar say they got a
insane.
10?
Went with the competition.
I got a 13.
13. And Cassandra?
Dex is my, yeah.
Oh, I got an 11.
Okay. So all of
Edgar's
your
the part of this group, dang.
all of your sculptures are slowly starting to take shape, and over time, you know, they're all impressive, right, for being made out of ice. And so the details on Blair's dragon are relatively impressive, but they're slow coming together, and it doesn't appear that Blair is going to be able to completely finish their vision for this. Let's see. Jas creates a little mogwai looking thing, but ultimately, Jas has been maybe going at the ice a little bit too hard. Or, sorry, Levine has been going at the ice a little bit too hard, and so that mogwai got smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And it looks cute and small, but it's just that.
It's actually like, it's true to life size now. I
Yeah.
call it the butt pummeler, by the way.
And then Cassandra's cat comes out like a cat. What kind of cat?
I was gonna make like a fluffy ginger. I can't really specify ginger right now because maybe the ice is clear, but like a fluffy cat. It's like curled up, maybe on like a little cushion.
Okay.
A nice little.
Cassandra manages to even sculpt the ice and shave it in such a way and catch the light so that you can actually see kind of like the tabby lines on the cat as it's laying down. And there's no question that this is a tabby cat. Now, whether it's a ginger or a silver is anyone's guess, but otherwise it is a beautifully designed cat. And Edgar blows everyone away with this magnificent airship. Describe what your airship looks like to us. How big is it? And are there any particular pieces that are really impressive?
I would say it's probably, I don't know how big the block of ice was, but I don't want to go too big. So it's probably like maybe a foot and a half, maybe 2 feet. Let's go 2 feet. Kind of modeled after the ship in Final Fantasy VI. But what's most impressive is the thin pieces of ice that he carved for the rudder and the wings. And it just absolutely reflects the light and does a kind of a rainbow pattern on the table below it.
Gorgeous. I love it. Well,
Awesome.
lots of the other people are looking on in awe at Edgar's ice airship, and the third place individual, the NPC, they've got too much to lose here, and they see that there's almost no question that Edgar's airship and his favor with the crowd already, that they've got to do something big, something awesome in order to win over everyone and ultimately steal this competition. And this person decides to cast Ignis in order to help them shape a massive amount of ice. And it's not long before it's noticed by the judges, and they say, "Wait, you can't use magic. It's not just a rule. You can't use magic on this ice." But it's too late. The the sculpture that they are trying to create is actually absorbing the energy from the Ignis spell that they're using, and suddenly the NPC, the sorcerer, no longer has control. The ice sculpture seems to be taking on energy of its own, and what you all see taking shape is this.
Oh yeah, it's probably on the. Gotta have the sheet open, right?
Yep. So the
Man.
ice begins to take on all of this energy and internalize it, and becomes this floating sphere that is encompassing energy, and there's huge spikes coming off of this. And I need all of you to roll initiative, please.
What's
All right.
initiative again?
Who wants to lead the initiative?
What do I roll for initiative again?
Dexterity and
Yeah, I forget
insight,
to.
and
What's
it's a
it?
group
D6,
check.
was it?
Insight?
Okay.
Oh,
Tyrion
okay.
insight. I have a -2 to my modifier, but I have a D6 and a D10.
Same here.
I got D10, D8, and I've got the ring.
I
gives me a
I
bonus to it.
rolled nat ones, and I have a -3.
Edgar can lead us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Edgar
I
can
think
lead
I'm the quickest one.
Okay.
Yeah, I might have hurt myself apparently with my ice sculpture.
All right. So,
Oh, legacy problems.
unfortunately, Levine is pretty intent on their Mogwai and not really paying attention to what is happening and the
It's like a
people
little-
that are starting to flee. What kind of roles
I
did we
tried
get
to like
for
fix.
Blair and Cassandra?
I got a 5.
14.
14
so
and
sorry. And a 5?
a 5. Okay. Edgar, you get a +1 to your roll.
All right.
I believe in it.
It's on top of a +1 that I have normally. 8 and 3 plus so +2, so 13.
And did you
Sounds
include
nice.
the Swift Seed anklet on that?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Oh, I actually need to look up
I get
a
minuses because of my
rule real
armor.
quick,
So.
because you tied initiative.
Whoa.
Pretty sure the tie goes to the players.
That would be
Best
nice.
around.
What does a critical failure mean for initiative
Nothing's ever gonna
that I
keep us
rolled?
down.
Does that do anything?
No.
Does-
Oh, because you got a crit fail on that. Okay.
Yeah, I critically failed. I wasn't sure if that would mean anything particular for my turn. Maybe
I
I
have
should
to
look
look
it up a
at
little bit.
fumbles again. But I think since it was a group check, I don't think there's going to be anything negative to it.
Might still get
Okay.
the Fabula point. Let's see, game was initiative 61.
That's my least favorite thing ever. I'm also gonna try to look up critical failures. A fumble. Okay, that's what I want.
Oh. It's the difficulty level for the leader's check is equal to the highest initiative score amongst the hero's adversaries.
Yep.
Supporting characters perform the support checks. Okay. So I would guess that if we match, we win. It's like attacking defense.
Okay, yeah. Meet it to beat it.
Yeah, exactly.
'Cause I almost feel like I should like lose a turn of initiative for just how poorly I've fumbled.
Okay. Let's
I feel
see.
like that could be a
So,
thing.
when you roll a fumble, whoever controls your opposition in the scene gets an opportunity. So, my ice creature is going to get an opportunity, but you get a Fabula point.
Nice.
Alright, my opportunity is going to be an advantage on a check. Things move. Alright, so players go first. You decide who goes, and we'll go from there.
Okay, so you can't use magic on this thing.
Does dark count as magic? I imagine it does, right?
Yes, so if you
do
do
you guys
dark
think?
damage,
we don't know if
it
it's
is
now that
dark.
it's been.
And specifically
That's what I
for
figured,
Shadow
okay.
Strike, it
Wanted
goes
to double
from
check that.
physical to dark.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I could just take the charge and start swinging at it, but I feel like that's inappropriate for my initiative.
Feels really appropriate for what you do usually.
No, yeah, okay. Well, yeah, I'm like trying to get this toy figurine size sculpture just right a little long, and I look over there, full sprint, and just pull up my big honking sword. Well, actually, no, I had the sword on me. I had the chisel on it, and I'm using the butt of the sword to like hit the end of the chisel, and then I see it, and I just go running at it with a chisel and sword in hand. So I'm just gonna go for an attack roll on it.
Okay.
And that's gonna be a. What do I roll again with my great sword? Dex and Might. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, that's an 11 plus 1, 12.
Okay, that hits.
Okay, and that's 7 plus 17 damage?
Okay.
I think. It's been a while since I've done this, but I think that's what it is.
Okay. So you go charging in and swing your sword, and it finds purchase on this rather large ice creature, and you are maybe a little bit surprised to find that your weapon does full damage to this creature. Not extra damage, but you were able to effectively carve away. Finally, you have an opportunity to quit, kind of finessing with that little mogwai and actually just rip into something, which you've been waiting for this whole time. And you inflict 17 points of damage.
Yeah, I was
to the
gonna.
creature.
Ooh.
I was gonna break my figurine at that rate.
So the creature. Okay, so the creature is rolling a 10 against everyone's magic defense.
I'm hit.
I'm hit as well.
I think Cassandra and Levine are hit, but Blair and
Yeah.
Edgar are okay. Is that right?
Incorrect. My defense is now 11, and my MDef is now 9.
Oh.
Oh.
Because I'm using my magic cannon, which is two-handed. I can't use my shield at the same time.
Fine that.
Does this attack look like it's gonna hurt a lot?
Give me 1 second.
Because I want to see if I should have Levine try to protect Edgar. Well, yeah, I can kind of wait and see a little bit, but he is squishy. He's the squishiest.
What'd you say your defense was? Now, Edgar, I got your magic defense.
My defense is 11.
Yep. Okay. So what you are seeing right now, Levine, is the creature is kind of, it's definitely deliberately, so it is this kind of sphere shape. It's orienting itself in a particular way, and you can see that it is sort of concentrating the light from the sun and starting to aim that towards your party. And that's as much information as you have about what is coming.
I feel like I gotta protect the squishy person. I'll protect the squishy person. I'll protect Edgar on this attack. So I'm gonna be taking double hits from that.
Okay. So let's see. This is... Okay, so you cast Protect on Edgar. So it turns out this does not do any damage, but what happens is the light shines in all of your eyes, and for the rest of the combat round, those who were hit by this attack have their rolls reduced by 2. So that would be just Levine and Cassandra then, because Levine kind of at the last second stepped in front of the ray of light in front of Edgar and kind of shielded their eyes, and Blair had the forethought to see what was coming and kind of put their arm in front of their face to prevent being blinded by it. But Levine and Cassandra have a -2 to their rolls for the remainder of this combat round. So when we get back to the top of the order, they'll go back to normal.
Oh, it's a good thing you went first, Levine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Who's going next?
Who said that?
I have an idea of what I wanted to do. So I was gonna do a soaring strike because it's just me flying. There's no actual magic imbued in my sphere for that, and I do an extra 5 points of damage with the sphere when I'm using that attack, which I didn't know until I leveled up this time, and I was like, you should remember this.
Awesome. Okay, go ahead and roll.
I never added it before. Truly, I was
Oops.
really upset with myself when I realized it.
There's still stuff I keep forgetting every time I'm looking at my character level up.
What do I have a minus to my attack?
-2 overall.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 3.
A 3 total?
Yeah.
Okay. You go in for a soaring strike, but unfortunately the glare is just too much, and it causes you to entirely miss your target. It's the creature's turn again. It is
She hits my little Mogwai instead.
Oh no! Let's see.
I don't like that sound.
The creature is going to attempt to take this opportunity to use one of its icicle spikes to. It's going to manipulate one of those spikes and cause it to extend and try to lance into Cassandra as they're exposed. They rolled a 7
Cassandra.
against Cassandra, which I believe will miss.
And it's my physical defense?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Next character.
So at least I dodged it, even though I didn't hit it.
We gotta stop doing that.
Might be. Do you want to go first, or?
No, you can go first.
Okay. I would like to try to do like a flash of insight on this thing.
Okay.
To kind of study it to see if maybe I can determine like some traits or weaknesses that I recall of it to try to help us take it out.
Okay, give me 1 second here. Just remembered I needed to add a Fabula point to Levine, which I've done now. Okay, flash of insight. So you need to roll a 13 or higher on a check to investigate a creature, item, or location. Include study during a conflict. You may ask up to skill level questions concerning the subject of your information. Ask these immediately or save them for later. Okay, so make a, I believe, a double insight roll for this.
Okay. The dice don't let me go. Oh, for God's sake. I rolled a 5.
5. Okay. And
A 5.
Seems kind of impossible, but
Yeah.
okay. So let's see. You attempt to study and remember anything that you might have seen or heard about this in the history of Denova, or any sort of books that you've read, and unfortunately, you don't come up with anything in particular. I think if you had rolled at least a 7, you would have gotten at least some kind of information on the creature. Okay?
Alright, gotcha. Yep.
Go back to the creature's turn. It is going to begin casting a spell here. Let's see. Alright, so it attempts to cast a spell towards Cassandra and Edgar, and it has rolled a 13 versus your magic defenses, which I believe will hit both of you. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes,
it
it
does 16 ice damage to both of you, and inflicts both of you with the slow debuff. Alright.
16.
Alright, Edgar, I believe you are up.
Yeah. So I guess I'm gonna attempt to. Wait a second. I got a button for this.
Soul Steel!
Yeah, I'm gonna soul steal.
Okay.
humans.
Alright, remind me the rules for Soul Steal here.
All right. So I do a Dex willpower plus skill level against their magic defense.
Okay, roll
If
it
I
up.
succeed and the target is a soldier, I recover inventory points. And if not, then they are then they give an item.
Yep. Okay.
Eventually. Plus skill level is 2, so 12.
12. That will succeed, and I will get you a soul treasure at the end of the session.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dang.
It's funny because half the time I'm hoping for inventory points as I go through them like crazy.
Oh, I just got the super sick sword. This is dumb.
But treasure is also good.
All right. And it is the creature's turn again. And having had its soul treasure stolen, it is going to attempt to retaliate against Edgar with another Ice Lance attack.
Bring it.
This is a 7 versus your defense.
That
believe
misses.
All right. Cool. And
Yes.
we are back to the top of the round.
Okay, so am I still blinded then for my turn?
No,
here?
you are not.
I think you said that ended at the end of the last round.
Okay,
Yep.
just wanted to double check to make sure. So
I was. Do you guys mind if I go first this time around instead of last?
yeah, go ahead.
Because
can-
I want to try something. I know they said no magic, but we gotta experiment.
Do we?
Mm,
I mean,
What's the catch?
I mean, well, I don't know. We'll find out. That's why we got to do it. Why we got to do it.
You know,
All right.
science is important. You just got to make sure to write it down. That's all.
That's right. So after stealing the soul treasure and it trying to throw what is it? You said like an icicle at me.
Yeah, so the little protrusions on the outside,
gonna-
it seems to be able to manipulate those icicles into spears and then regenerate them.
I do not like that. But I'm gonna hope that since it's attacking with all this ice, that maybe my fire cannon's gonna do something. But even though fire is what got us in this place in this pickle in the first place, gotta figure it out. Gotta try it out. So I'm gonna attack it with my magic cannon.
All right. Go ahead and roll your attack.
It's I would say a range. Oh my god. 17 to hit.
Nice.
Okay. Is that against my defense or my magic defense?
That is against your defense.
Okay. That will hit.
Is just a weapon. All right, and that is going to do 18 fire damage.
Oops. Okay. All right. So let's see. So
Yeah.
kind of describe what that attack looks like against this creature.
All right. Well, I did. I worded it that it was a giant two-handed cannon earlier, but I wouldn't mind retconning that to say that instead of using my gun, now everything, and since that's why I can't use my shield, is because now my arm has kind of turned into a Mega Man Buster.
Nice.
And so I
Nice.
charge up my shot, and once I start seeing those pink energies at the end of it, I let go, and this fire blast comes out and just makes
Alright.
its way towards it, and then prays that it doesn't just grow bigger.
So you, having stolen the soul treasure and dodged the ice lance, just turn around, and with your charged blast, there's no way for you to miss at this range, and you unload it directly in center mass of the creature, and this has dealt 36 damage, so there is a fire vulnerability there. I need everybody to roll a double insight check for me separately.
Oh, heck
boy.
yeah, my favorite. I got an 8.
Dude, my
Got a
D8 is
6.
rolling like crazy today.
What was that, Dragon?
Still somehow rolled more.
I got a 6.
Okay.
A 3.
Okay.
Good
I
God.
got a
Blair is
14.
not having a good day.
Is that a
I'm
15?
not.
Worst
Cassandra's
Christmas
day
ever.
has been okay.
15 for Edgar.
14.
14.
14.
So it
1 4.
All right.
Am I sounding poorly for anybody else? Or
no, it's probably doesn't help that we're laughing at how much higher you
Okay.
rolled than us.
All right. Edgar, you're gonna get a DM here.
Oh my. I get my own DM.
Dang. Dang, I want
I
to
can go play my own
jealous.
game.
Yeah, you could just be on your own team. You know, you can win all the festival. You can win all the insights. We'll make our own team.
Edgar really
I've-
did sweep the festival.
I don't think my D8 has rolled below 6.
Wow.
My D10
I mean, I was gonna say-
has not been great, but
My 2d6s rolled an 8, and Blair rolled a 5 on her 2d10s. So that's Blair has not had a good day. It's very apparent.
For those of you watching at home, the contents of the DM, whenever Edgar cast the fire attack, the ice of the lake is beginning to crack in response to the fire spell being cast.
I mean, if you
The
get
other
that,
dice
if I
rolls
get
high though. Usually.
getting a 3
Sometimes
on
not.
getting a 3 on a 6 though, that feels pretty good for me.
Okay.
That's fair, but getting a 3 on a 10 is not great.
Yeah.
Let's see. So. The sphere begins, the ice creature begins to rotate again and is bringing another ray of light towards everyone, and rolls an 8 against everyone's magic defense.
No. Just hits me.
So
Just
that
misses.
will reduce rolls by Levine and Cassandra for by 2 for the remainder of this round. Okay, next
Okay.
up.
So, maybe what I'll do then, since I can't, I think I'm gonna try to use, if I'm allowed, if everyone else goes, I want to use provoke on this thing, since I can't, I'm not like able to see well. I'm gonna try to bait it into attacking me. Everyone's cool with that?
please go ahead.
Okay, so
Please.
you may use your action to spend 5 mind points, perform an opposed might and willpower check. And I think this is +1 with my skill level in this. So let me just subtract that quick so I don't forget. Nope, never mind. I'm just bad at this in general. And when I do this, check against the creature to see and describe how you taunt them. In this case, while I'm like squinting my eyes at it, I try to mock the fact that it will never be the ice sculpture that Edgar's airship is. And
Brilliant.
Now you're just gonna get my airship attacked.
Hey, that's true,
so-
Edgar. You should be attacking with your airship.
Ooh.
The
I got a
creature,
14
the creature's roll for this was 11.
Okay, so if you succeed, the target suffers enrage and is compelled to focus their attention on you. Their attacks and offensive spells must include you among the targets if possible. This compulsion ends if you fall unconscious or leave the scene, if the creature is no longer enraged, or if they are successfully provoked by someone else. You gain a bonus. Okay, and that's just for the roll. So yeah, they have to focus on me with their attacks effectively.
Oh yeah, what did you roll? I missed it.
I think that's my turn, yeah. Oh,
Oh.
14.
14? Nice. Alright. My creature is now enraged.
Yep.
And must focus its attacks on you. Awesome. Let's see. Which?
Wait, it becomes enraged? Man, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's what I did it last time, but didn't have a reason to use it.
Wow, that's a really good ability. Holy smokes. So
yeah, it seems like.
It is going to retaliate immediately, angrily, at the prospect that there is an ice sculpture more beautiful than it. That just cannot possibly be true. And is going to lash out at Levine with an ice lance attack. Those got smaller too. It rolled a 3 versus your defense. Those ice lances haven't hit yet. All right, next up.
Wait, should I have a -2 to my? I mean, it still wouldn't hit, but should I have a -2 to my defense too? I feel like that might be a thing, but
your defense.
Yeah, because I'm blinded, you know.
No, it's to your rolls.
No.
No, I just feel like that could be a.
It's just on accuracy checks. This is a mechanic that is not out of the manual. I kind of made this for this particular creature, and I think it would be too overpowered to do that as well.
I kind of figured, but I just wanted to, just because it feels too easy right now until someone goes down the next round.
Well, you never know. There could be other stuff coming.
17 points of damage to me and Edgar in one go. It is not easy right now.
Yeah,
you guys are. Yeah, actually, Edgar's getting close to crisis, so that's fair.
Yeah, let's not buff the boss that I can't even do anything with, please.
That's fair. That's fair. I got one hit in and I'm feeling all cocky now.
Alright, who's up?
Blair's already having a hard enough day.
Oh, I can go next. I'll do a soaring strike again because I'm gonna have a -2 either way. So.
Alright, roll an attack.
Can you buff yourself? I don't know what your spells are, but
no, not really.
Okay.
Oh, I could do actually, hold on. I could do elemental weapon and make it fire imbued actually.
Oh yeah, because now we know, because science always wins.
HR 15 fire. What does HR 15 fire damage mean?
The high roll.
Higher, okay.
So the higher of the 2 dice that you roll to attack.
Okay.
It.
I need to list. Good thing I have this up. It doesn't say what I would use to cast it.
Well, it's part of your attack, isn't it?
Oh, Ignis?
Oh, Ignis.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Like,
that'll be
yes.
That'll be under your elementalist.
So insight plus willpower. Okay, I found it. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I think I will do I'll do elemental weapon and then I'll imbue it with fire.
Okay. Elemental weapon 5. Okay. And you get a free attack with that as part of your cast because it's your weapon.
Yeah. A 9?
9. That'll hit. Roll damage. Or what's the damage?
The damage would be a 7 plus 15. Or right, the 7 plus 15 is what it said, right? Or 7 times HR highest roll time. That doesn't sound right.
Yep. So your higher of the 2 die is 7 plus the 15,
Okay.
so 22.
Oh no, that's Ignis. I was misremembering what I did. I was using my elemental weapon.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
So,
I apologize.
all right, so it's your regular weapon damage, so 7 plus whatever, but it deals fire damage instead of physical.
Is it +1?
No,
Plus-
it wouldn't be +1. Probably like +12 or maybe +10.
It looks
I
like
don't know
plus
where I would
12
I'm
on
so
your
sorry.
sheet.
I have no idea where I would find that right now.
It should be under your weapon. Heavy
Yeah,
spear.
for your heavy
Accuracy is your
spear.
dex smite +1,
Oh,
deals
I
HR
see it.
+12 physical damage.
Okay. I don't know why I'm not able to read my sheet right now. I'm so sorry. But yeah, so it's 19 points of damage there.
Okay, give me.
I know I was feeling pretty rusty with when I was first looking at it earlier, trying to remember how
Okay.
everything works.
Well, and I abbreviated everything, and I feel like maybe I shouldn't have.
Do you have it in a spreadsheet?
Well, I was. It might be in the spreadsheet.
It
Or are
is
you
in here.
using,
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Do you want to
hey.
describe kind of how what the elemental weapon cast kind of looks like as you conjure this?
I think whenever Cassandra conjures her elemental weapon, it just sort of like breathes the tip of the spear and whatever element is happening. So right now, since it's fire, it's just being like licked with flames. And it's
Awesome.
just sort of like, because like the handle's got to be safe for her to touch, you know? So,
Mhm.
so yeah, it's just kind of encased with some flames right now, and it's just kind of, it's gonna hang out there. So, and then as she like probably strikes, I do think there'd be like a swath of fire, kind of like if you see like those people who kind of dance with fire, they like streak it across the air. It looked like that a lot.
So Cassandra activates the fire elemental weapon and makes a wide arcing strike towards this creature. And as the spear cuts through the air, a huge trail of flames kind of follows it and flies off in a burst into this creature and deals 38 points of damage. However, the fire cast has, unbeknownst to Cassandra, has caused the ice in the lake to weaken, and so Cassandra falls into the lake.
Oh.
Dang. All right, that's
The
fine.
water's cracking under the lake.
It's chill. I can fly out of the lake later. It's chill.
Okay.
Who said that?
I didn't know if I could actually say that out of turn, so I didn't say anything. But
I
Yeah,
think it'd be
you
fair,
would
too.
have to expend an action or a turn in order to disclose that information or communicate that information.
well, now that it's happened, it's been said.
Yeah, now everybody can kind of see it, but everybody kind of had a chance to perceive what happened, and only you kind of noticed that, and only you would have had that information.
Yeah, well, that's why I didn't say anything about it.
Yeah, so I think it kind of worked out the way that it was supposed to there. We're going to go ahead and say that Cassandra suffers shaken from falling into the lake, into the freezing
In the water.
cold water.
It'll help you.
Okay, let's see. It's the creature's turn again. I'm going to cast another spell here. Oh my.
That's always a good sound to hear. Let me just roll this attack. Oh my. Oh no.
Oh,
boy.
am I still affected by slow or no?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to double check.
So it is making a magic attack. So against your magic defenses of 11, and this will be versus everyone.
Magic attack 11 definitely hits.
Okay, I'm gonna protect Edgar. I don't think I use it protect this round yet, so
That's correct. Okay,
Blair
so
resist.
yep. So the attack misses Blair, and Levine will take the attack twice, and Cassandra will take the attack once. So let's see. It does. It does 17 damage to Cassandra. So
it's
that would
34
be
to
34 versus Levine.
that's an oof. Big oof.
And Levine will also suffer slow from this. Yeah. And that's the creature's turn.
And I think that's a new turn of initiative, right?
Is it? I kind of lost track.
I thought Blair hasn't gone yet.
Yeah, I don't think Blair went.
Only went once.
Yeah.
So
Okay, then yeah. My bad.
how bad do people look? So I have an idea who to try to heal if I can even.
I'm not in crisis yet.
I'm in crisis. I have
Alright.
30 hit points left, so I'm in exact crisis.
I'm not in crisis, but I
Alright.
have less hit points.
I can heal up to 3 creatures, so I can heal all of you. So I'll give that a shot.
Okay.
You invigorate your companions. What do I roll for this? Is this just my willpower and insight?
Is this a spiritual magic?
Yes.
What are you casting?
Heal.
It's just 10 MP per target, and then everybody.
Yeah, you don't have to make an actual roll for
okay.
friendly magic.
I'll burn the 30 so each of you guys can get healed up.
How much do we get healed for?
40.
40.
Oh, nice.
Holy
Thank you.
smoke.
Yar, don't die, please.
Oh,
Right?
I'm fully healed too.
Everybody
Same.
is fully healed. Posers. Dude, that was awesome.
This is the best I can do.
No, it's
Wow.
the best. Don't worry, Blair.
I mean, that's a lot.
It's
of
the
heals.
best.
Yeah.
Let's see. The creature is going to use an ice lance. It is forced to use it against Levine. A 7 versus Levine's defense, which misses. Now we're back to the top.
Can I use Soaring Strike to fly out of the water and then try to hit it and then land
Oh,
back on the
yeah.
ground?
Yes.
To help Cassandra a bit.
And then I actually... Does my elemental weapon thing just last the whole time? Or is it just for the one... It says scene, yes. So,
Duration
yeah,
scene,
I have
yeah.
to fire damage. Yes, awesome.
Yep.
So I can do both.
That's right.
Okay. So I'm going to do the Soaring Strike.
Oh yeah, the fact that the creature's enraged too, I realize gives it a penalty to Dex and Insight.
And by extension, it's
Okay.
defense and magic defense as well. Which is why I thought it was, wow, that's a really good spell.
You're gonna need to start making sure you have a few condition heals and later enemies, I
9?
suppose.
A 9 versus...
Yeah, I don't think I add anything to this, right?
It's your
no.
regular attack roll plus, your plus.
Yeah,
that
like I said,
hits?
it doesn't look like I do, so I just wanted to make sure. Alright. And then it will be a 5 plus the other 5, so 10 points of damage, and then 10 points of damage.
Plus 12 for your
Plus
spear.
12, yes.
So 22.
So then 22, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. So Cassandra uses their soaring strike to launch themselves out of the water, carried on the wind used for the soaring strike, and brings the spear down in a gout of flames onto the creature, causing a massive 44 damage. But unfortunately, again, the fire has opened up a new hole in the lake, which Cassandra immediately falls into again.
That's fine.
This time suffering.
Is it fine?
I don't know. I already got shaken, so I don't know if we can make it worse.
Suffering 12 points of ice damage.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I need to take the MP down first.
Let's see. So the creature is in crisis now. And in addition to the turn that it is going to take, having entered crisis, its form begins to start to come apart, especially with all of the fire attacks that have been made against it. It is the magic energy that it has harnessed in order to create this form. It's starting to lose control, and the chaos is kind of taking over. And several of the ice spikes shoot into the air, and it begins to hail violently and create a hailstorm. Everybody takes 10 ice damage, and if you were slowed, you take an additional 5 on top of that.
Oh no. Okay. Well, thank you for healing me before, Blair.
Can I protect Edgar from this? I feel like he might be getting pummeled a bit from that.
No, I'm full now, but yeah.
Yeah, but if I take 30, I'm at your assumed amount of hit points. So
that's fair.
I think why not? If I can get into like adrenaline or something, I don't know.
Okay.
Crisis,
so
I mean, adrenaline.
Levine will go down by 30 hit points then for that. So, do you want to describe how you use the protect action to shield Edgar here?
Yeah, I dash up to him, full sprint, hold the kind of sword over my head and kind of arched over or like hung over my back. And I kind of huddle over Edgar as like these pelts of snow are just pounding, like hitting on against my armor, my helmet, just concussive denting damage. And then I'm just like kind of like gritting teeth directly down into Edgar's face.
Okay, awesome. All right. So it gets another attack roll here.
Oh, because that was like a reaction for going to crisis?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I figured.
So it is casting a spell that is a 10 versus the magic defense of Blair and Levine.
I get hit.
I don't believe Blair gets hit. So that will deal 15 ice damage to Levine.
Ooh.
Okay. So I turn around and immediately just get frosted.
Yep.
And I'm in crisis now.
Uh-oh.
Indeed you are. And it is the
where I like
player's
to
turn
be.
now.
Well, I think I might blast back then while I can still see. So I'm gonna, if that's alright for everyone else, unless they got other plans, but
Blast back. Take advantage of
Okay.
your
Go for
crisis.
it.
yeah, now I got my adrenaline going. I'm charging on up, and I'm gonna just hawk yeah, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm gonna hack a chunk out of this.
It's a Haka
Punk.
Loogie. It's
Yeah, I'm gonna spit on it as I'm spit blood particularly. Hawk some spit at him. 9 plus. That wasn't a great roll. I got a 10 on that roll.
This is just a regular attack.
Yep.
Okay, 10 hits.
Okay, and that's 16 damage. Oh wait, plus my adrenaline. I forgot. 22 damage. There we go.
22 damage. Alright. So, you get up after this monstrous assault of hail and cold and spit some of the blood at the creature and cut immediately, bringing the sword behind the blood splatter and absolutely it somehow has weakened the creature slightly more because it has responded to your spit, and it suffers, was it 22 points of damage.
Yes.
Alright, it is going to attempt to cast an Ice Lance counter attack at Levine. Sorry, not a true counter attack, but it is going to react to that blow by using an Ice Lance. Let's see, that's a 9 versus Levine's defense.
Miss.
Yes. Okay.
A nice parry to just all these ice lances.
Yep. So that lance shoots out, and Levine's sword is at the ready, and deftly gets the sword underneath it, and you swing your sword to the side, and the ice lance just shatters into harmless shards onto the lake. All right, who's going next?
I think it's Edgar, because Blair did heal us, right?
Yeah, I did, but if
That was
you want me
last
to
round, wasn't
save you, I
I
can.
thought that was last round. We're on the
That was
the
last
third
turn.
round now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was the last one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cassandra, then you. And
Yeah. I'm losing more track than I even
Yeah, I
realized.
already went this round. I'm pretty sure.
So,
Okay.
you're in crisis, Levine, right?
Yeah, I'm okay for a little bit. I am at the lowest health for once. That doesn't normally happen, but
I mean, I can heal you.
It-
If that's what
it
you want.
wouldn't be a
If
bad.
not-
It wouldn't be a bad idea. It wouldn't be a
Okay.
bad idea.
you want to stay in crisis though, or
It's not terrible, but 28 hit points where I'm at, I could die from a couple good shots, and I'm not good at dodging the magic, so
I will burn 10 MP to heal Levine on
Okay.
this turn.
And is it 30 points or 40 points?
40. 40. 40.
Ah. Okay.
yeah, I can block the physical stuff pretty easy, but the moment the AoEs come out, I'm kind of getting hammered.
Okay. The creature is going to strike with another Ice Lance towards Levine. 6, which will not hit. Alright, next player.
I guess that's me.
Remember this was here.
So the gun seemed to be pretty effective. The only problem is I'll probably fall into the lake afterwards. Well, that's a risk I'm willing to take.
Okay. Roll an attack.
I'm slowed, so it's 2d8s. Ooh, that's not gonna be so good as last time. So 8 plus 2, 10.
10 will hit.
Oh, really?
I was a little surprised by that too.
A 9 hit earlier.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So that's 16 fire.
I'm also realizing, I don't know if it matters, but I forgot to do the -2 on my attack earlier, so if I could just expend Fabula points.
There was no -2 on the attack for this particular round,
Okay.
so you're good.
Okay, because I was like, okay, because I was like, shoot, I forgot about that.
Yep.
I
No,
need
you're
to
good.
fix it quick.
Let's see. So, Edgar, you want to describe kind of how that shot looks again?
Yeah, so I'm just collecting energy in my Edgar Buster. And you know, some yeah, I don't know what more to say. Just since it's fire elemental right now, so these flames start churning at the tip of it. Some vents open up at the back to try to help with the pressure, and then it just fires off a big old fireball.
You could announce the name of your attack.
Obviously.
Edgar Buster Fire.
Okay.
Wait, what's the name of the fire gun in Mega Man 1?
Oh, I can't remember.
Weapons.
All right, cool. So
Also
as
fire.
that is happening, the intense heat of the fire causes the ice underneath Edgar to break, and Edgar falls into the lake and suffers shaken. Okay.
You guys. You
Worth it.
guys.
Worth it.
The worst thing that'll happen is maybe I'll have to surrender in the water, and then Cassandra will have issues with water for a little while. It'll be fine.
All right. The creature rolls another Ice Lance attack, but it fails to contact Levine yet again. It's having trouble keeping its form together, and it just goes wide. Levine doesn't even really have to dodge. This thing is in rough shape. I think we're back to the top of the round. Is that right?
Yeah, I think we've all gone.
Yeah.
Probably. Did I go? I don't remember, but I don't think I went this round because I went at the last round, right?
I thought you went after I did.
Yeah, I think you went this round.
Okay, just want to make sure. I can't. I'm very lost, so yeah, that's probably about right.
That's okay. I need to find a good way to keep track of that.
Yeah, because you had just fallen into crisis, and we're like, "Hey, you want to use your crisis?"
Yeah, and I thought, yeah, and then yeah.
So
Yeah.
at this
I
time,
don't
at
know.
the top of the round, the hailstorm buffets everyone again, dealing 10 ice damage to everyone, and additional 5 if they are slowed. So 15 damage to everyone.
I feel like this time I'm
for
gonna
Blair, who takes 10.
I definitely need to heal myself.
I'm gonna protect Cassandra because she's being silly and waiting. Like everyone is being so careless. Well, Blair's fine. Everyone here is being so careless. So Levine's like, this is supposed to be my job. So she's gonna like cover Cassandra in the water as she's getting pelted by the hail.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take the 30 shield because I know she's getting weaker and
Yeah, I'm not doing
she's-
so hot.
she's swimming again.
All right.
As we're
So
like jumping around
I feel
on these
like
ice.
the thing is I feel like unless I cancel my elemental weapon, as soon as I get on the ice, I'm gonna fall back into it.
So Blair takes
I can
10,
just- yeah.
Cassandra takes
Yep.
15. Or sorry. Yeah, Cassandra takes 15.
No,
And-
Levine takes 30. I'll be taking the.
Right. Okay.
I'll be protecting Cassandra this round.
Oh, okay. Did I subtract the wrong? No, I think I did it right. Yeah, so Edgar takes 15.
Yeah, looks like it's right
Levine
on the
takes-
sheets.
Yes.
Yeah.
30. Cool. All right. Top of the round.
All right, can I, if I wanted to use my big old ancient tree limb for my attack, would that take an action to equip it?
That is a good question.
Yes, it's an equip action.
Yeah, that is correct.
An inventory. It definitely is. Because I looked it up when I had to switch between my guns.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't even necessarily have to do this round. Just debating a little bit. We could probably use another heal, but I don't know how much Blair's got for that.
I got 2 more heals, and then I gotta start using my inventory points.
Okay. You know what? What if I pick up someone like Edgar and hold him up on my shoulders to keep him off from melting the ice that he keeps trying to do, because he's doing me a concern.
You can certainly try.
All right, I'm gonna go fish out Edgar from the water. I'm gonna hoist him up on my shoulders with his legs around my spiky pauldrons, which is gonna be a bit uncomfy. I'm sure at times he's gonna feel a little precarious, but what would I roll for that even? Is that like a...
Well, I would say... You're definitely like reaching in after Edgar and attempting to, convince them to follow your lead, without really communicating because they're in the water essentially. So I would say roll willpower for one of your die, and you can pick the other die with a difficulty class of 10.
I mean, I think that's a lot of might that she's going to be doing, is she's just reaching in and just trying to do a quick and get him out of the water as fast as possible. So that's going to be a D10 and a D8.
Yep.
I got a 6.
6. Okay. You do your best to pull Edgar out of the water, but unfortunately, you can't seem to find purchase on the ice to keep your feet, and it just doesn't seem like you can get them out. That's your turn.
I could spend 4 Fabula Ultima points to get that to a 10, but I don't know if that's worth it right now.
I don't know if it would be.
Yeah, I don't know what Edgar's options are, but I think I'll save that for another round.
Let's see. The creature is going to attempt to blind everyone again. Wow, that is a fumble. I'm rolling aces today. So
thank goodness.
Right, thank you, dice gods.
It basically is like because it's so disembodied and trying to hold the ice together, and there's hail everywhere trying to capture the sun. It just looks like a big disco ball out there, essentially, and it does not blind anyone. And you folks get an opportunity.
All right.
So you guys can choose who goes next and what you want that opportunity to be.
Is there anyone like in crisis, or do you guys want to try to attack?
I mean, I did just burn my turn, right? So I'm trying to get Edgar out.
I'm almost a crisis, given how many hit points I have.
Yeah, I think most of us are almost a crisis, actually.
But
Yeah,
I was going to maybe use inventory points if need be. I wanted to check something.
I could tell. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I mean, I can potion rain people if they're nervous about that, but
I'm okay right now. Or like, I mean, because do you have an opportunity thing that you can use, Edgar?
No, I don't have any skills that have something special on opportunity.
Because I can use Ignis. It says opportunity. Each target hit by this spell suffers shaken.
Oh, there you go. So you can cast Ignis on it, and then you might give it shaken.
Yeah, I only have 2d6s for the roll. Professional will be okay.
Well, that hurts.
Yeah, that's. I'm already not very good at magic. I don't know why they make Cassandra an elementalist.
Well, I think it's more for the stuff that don't require rolls, like the elemental weapons and.
Yeah, the soaring strike. Well, yeah, that kind of stuff. I get that. I just think it's a little funny. But yeah, if you guys want, I could do that really quick and give it a try, and just like stay in the water. If I stay in the water, do I take ice damage?
Yes.
Dang it.
Might almost be just as good off doing soaring strike.
You're gonna take ice damage no matter what.
Okay. Well, someone could maybe help heal me later, perhaps. So I'll try this.
Okay. Yeah, you could do.
You could do shaken.
You could do the damage. You got this.
I believe in you.
15 fire damage.
So what was the attack roll? Sorry.
An 8.
An 8.
I get 2d6s. Yeah. And I rolled 2 4s.
All right. That will miss, unfortunately.
Oh no.
However, the fire and the explosion is close enough to it that it does still suffer shaken.
Oh, nice.
Because the opportunity, thank you.
Yep. Yeah, your opportunity, I think, always has to succeed, essentially. Okay.
That's nice.
The creature is going to attempt to Ice Lance Levine here again. No dice.
Nice.
Misses wide again.
I mean, you should try using dice. That would probably be easier.
That's a good idea. I want to have a character use dice as a weapon, like Setzer.
A gambler.
Yeah.
An entropist.
Just hucking dice at people.
Right.
D4s are sharp.
Next.
I think it's Edgar or Blair, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and then,
sorry,
Cassandra suffers 16 points of ice damage.
Woo!
Oh god.
Yeah. You careless people. This is how you guys must feel when I'm just running.
I have a question. Am I allowed to cancel the elemental weapon at any point? Does it cost an action to do that, or is it just like a whatever thing?
On your turn, if you make, I would say you have to cast it again to remove it, essentially. So you could still take a free attack with it, and you could change it to any other element for elemental weapon, or just cancel it.
Okay.
Is the way I would say that would work.
That makes sense. Thank you.
Fire hot. But yeah, I guess it'd be Edgar or Blair in this case, right?
Yes.
I think that's who's left.
Could
did you have a plan, Edgar?
I'm holding it in my hand right now.
Just like waiting with this gun.
You know what? I think I should probably heal myself and Cassandra, if you don't mind.
I'm down for it.
Definitely don't mind.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna burn my 20 MP or whatever that I have. Or did I math wrong? Wait a minute, did I math wrong? I had 23 on here. Did I do this wrong?
Okay. So you both recover 40 health points.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was just confused why your spreadsheet didn't show the right number for my MP.
Yeah, I'm at like 13 for my MP, I'm pretty sure.
Why would you be at 13?
Because Soaring Strike, each time you cast it, costs 10.
Oh.
It costs magic each time you do it.
I see.
That's why you were
Oh, no,
kind
it's
of wondering
okay.
about
I
using
maybe
it.
should have mentioned that too when I do it. That it costs MP.
Okay. The let's see. The creature rolls an 11 on an ice lance versus Levine.
Oh, it finally hits.
Okay. And it does 16 points of ice damage.
That's how you know you're alive, when you're bleeding everywhere.
Oh god.
Okay. Next.
Well, if I'm last, that means I could go first and use a potion afterwards on a bunch of people. So I'm gonna take the opportunity to shoot now, and hope that I don't take over 28 points of damage of ice damage from being in the water. All right, let's go. Oh, my
These
dice! You failed me.
No, no.
I got a 7.
A 7 versus. Is it an
It's defense.
attack or a magic attack?
It's an attack. It's my gun attack.
That hits.
That hits.
That hits.
It is a giant sphere, to be fair.
I also am.
I mean, I
enraged,
guess,
so
but,
its
like-
dex is lower.
The fact I missed was impressive, honestly.
Holy smokes. All right. Well, so that's only 15 damage. Sorry, no. 14 damage.
14?
Is it regular?
Okay, but it is fire damage, yeah.
It is fire damage. Yeah, 14 fire damage.
So you, against your instinct trying to tell you to crawl out of the water, decide to fire kind of an off-balance shot at the creature, and it somehow, shooting from the water, finds its target, and deals absolutely massive fire damage to it. How do you want to destroy this creature? What does that look like?
Yeah. Good job, Edgar.
Okay. So, like before, I charge up my fireball. It starts building up on my cannon, and it fires a solid beam of flame that just pierces through the sphere. Which will then, I mean, can I describe how it explodes? Or...
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So then it'll shoot through this sphere of ice, and then cracks will start to form a little bit, and spidering off over the entire thing, and it will just shatter. And as it'll come down in little airships that that just kind of float down and fall over the city like snowflakes.
So
That's a little
show
over the
off.
top.
So
It
Edgar,
could
No,
just
I
be
think it sounds
snowflakes.
awesome. No, definitely make
Levine
it
is
snow.
jealous.
That's a beautiful.
Levine
that's
is
a
so
beautiful
envious.
ending to this battle. Make it snow, Edgar.
I will make it snow. They don't have to be airships.
Oh, that's fair.
so Edgar charges up the fire weapon, and it just lances out in more like a beam of fire this time, just super heated, piercing the sphere, causing it to explode into all of these tiny little airships, and the hailstorm subsides, and there's a gentle snow of these little replicas of the airship that he carved in the competition, and everyone is coming out now and seeing this beautiful snow, and everybody is clapping enthusiastically, and the kids are like racing the airships with each other, and everybody, all of the judges are clapping and everything, and everybody's safe and the creature's defeated. Congratulations.
Edgar made sure everybody wasn't traumatized. Good job, Edgar.
And Blair
Nice.
was the only person not hypothermic in the party.
Okay, I'm gonna get out of the water now.
Oh yeah, hang on a second.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Oh, no.
Edgar's like this right now, but in ice.
Edgar suffers 10 points of ice damage.
Yeah. I'm still good. I'm still good.
Gotta
But,
But yeah, it's like the
now.
Terminator scene with the thumb up, except it's just ice water below him and he's slowly sinking below.
So, yeah, that'll end combat. Everybody climbs, gets out safely out of the lake without suffering any other negative effects here. And let's see. So there are going to be, there is one part of the creature that remains that you folks discover out on the lake. It is a it is a perfectly prismatic diamond shaped piece of ice that you can sort of see has some of that same kind of magical essence to it swirling around, but it's something you can keep in your hand. And while it's initially cold to the touch, it very quickly somehow still maintains its shape, but does not damage you. This is a crystalline stasis cube that you can consume. It is a one-time use item that you can use to put any creature in stasis for as many combat rounds as you need. So it could be a friendly creature or an enemy creature, but that is the treasure that you get from this, and you can only use it once. Instantly. So happy festival.
Throw it at who?
What did?
So I throw it at Levine.
Immediately?
Oh, no, like a...
no, obviously not.
Oh, okay. So you folks hang on to that, and let's see.
Is this like the prison from Baldur's Gate 3? Spoilers, I guess.
Yeah. Careful, bud. I'm still only partway through Act 2.
That's fair.
I don't think Cyanus even knows what I'm mentioning, right?
So, let's see here. The when everybody kind of settles in and realizes that we need to announce the winners of the Winter Festival competition, and it comes to no surprise to anyone that Edgar has come in first place and wins the accessory that grants ice immunity.
Deservedly so.
And
this is really Edgar's day.
I feel #blessed.
And Levine edges out a second place finish and receives the Wand of Ice, which will let you cast. Hang on. Ice Elementalist. What's it called here?
Iceness. No.
It will be
I actually
the
have
Ice
it
Queen.
up here. There's iceberg.
Charticle. Elementalist spells. Flare.
Yeah.
Glacies.
Oh,
Glacies.
okay. Glass. Yeah, either that or iceberg.
Are you making up words?
No, glacies.
What
You
is-
put your phone under a thick
Glacies.
layer of frost. No, glacies. I'm gonna go with glass.
Glacius?
It's not
Glacius?
Glacius. There's no U. It's GLACIES. I'm looking at it in the book.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely
Enrique Iglesias.
Yeah, exactly. Glacius. Yeah, it's like glacier, but it's glacius.
Is that how they say it in the United States of America?
Armorica.
Exactly. Yeah. It's also pronounced. It's a GIF. And
Get out.
what if this is glacius?
So I'm actually gonna say that you can use it to cast Iceberg, and it can be used once per conflict scene.
Okay. I don't even know how. I mean, yeah, I guess she's just gonna put
Oh,
it
damn.
in
Yeah.
her.
We
Oh,
gotta
damn.
nip Jason saying Enrique Iglesias every time he tries to cast it.
Yo, this is pretty good. This is a great spell.
Iglesias, and then I'm gonna use it. It's like Ignis, but better.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one, Iglesias. That's the guy I'm talking about.
And
I
then,
heard that
last
name,
but
I
not
think it
least, our third place finishers, the
Else gets it.
the sorcerer who precipitated this whole mess has been disqualified, and the third place winnings, they decide, since Blair and Cassandra were both instrumental in the conflict, both of you will receive 500 Zenit.
Oh dang!
Oh, shit.
I was expecting 250.
I'll trade you this icicle.
I'll take it.
And then Edgar, you also get 100 Zenit for winning the ice carving competition, for coming in.
I take it
first
back.
for that.
I'm gonna keep my icicle.
I want an icicle. Oh wait, I have a huge iceberg. I don't know what I'm complaining about.
All right. Does anybody have anything else that they want to do related to this Winter Festival event?
I mean, Levine wants to call back to the Armor Mountains, find a radio if they have one open at this time of night.
Cassandra needs some more spiced hot cocoa and something to eat right now.
Yeah, definitely need some warm drinks.
I think there's some more of Edgar's cake left over.
Oh yeah, let's go get Edgar's cake and then we're gonna get some drinks. Just walk off with it and just eat it.
You got some mulled wine? That'd be... Go for
That's
some
possible. That's what I thought Jason was trying to make earlier. And then he's like,
Make
nah,
what?
it's just mulled wine because it's like hot wine that's got like fruit and spices in it. And it's a holiday drink. And you were like, nah, I'm just crushing fruit in my hand.
Yeah, it's just
she was just
fruit
thinking
and
of that.
water.
She was thinking of that fruit drink that Zinnia got, and she wanted more of that, so she tried to make her own. But like, how do you put a whole melon in there? So
The last order of business is the radio, and I'm actually gonna leave it up to you as players to decide, does that kind of technology exist in this world?
that was something I was curious about.
How does it work?
I think it would, because there's flying ships.
I agree.
And I
with
feel like
that.
there's got to be some way of communication. Maybe it's just like a sending crystal. Kind of like it has like a limited range between areas to a point, or like it's connected between certain things, kind of like a telegraph machine. So like advanced but limited.
This is quite a ways across the world too, so I don't know what the range would be. I figured it'd be like I'd have to give frequencies and
Maybe we can pray
logistics on it, but
in World Santa for a Christmas miracle.
oh yeah, because there's a storm going. We don't even know if it'll. Yeah, but I guess that would be the only thing. But yeah, I don't even know how that would work either in this universe. Because where's our map?
Or even like magic mirrors that are like
it's
to each
like
other?
God, that's gotta be like how many, like a week's worth of, couple weeks worth of travel between us.
I think that would work though, because like airships have to go a ways away.
So the way that I kind of perceived this world working, and the way the politics of the world are kind of playing out, is that the Elonian Empire is big into Magitech. Most of the airships, most of the Magitech technology is coming out of Elonia. And Genova is, as kind of an isolationist nation, kind of a neutral nation, has not really been studying Magitech. They do have ports, and they do have access to some of that technology, given the number of people that go in and out of there. But I think maybe it would be less likely that Denova has some sort of radio system, but instead has had access to more magical items. So I would say it's not outside the realm of possibility that
through Blair's connections with the castle, that a sending stone or a communication crystal could be acquired for one-time use.
Okay. What would the cost? I should mention Levine is probably going to try to do this discreetly a bit. She's going to like try to sneak off it. Oh, she only has 160 Zenny.
You have to use Blair's connections in order to make this happen. You can't
Oh,
just be like, I
no.
know Blair.
Oh no, she's gonna have to ask people for help. Oh gosh, this
Yes.
would be awkward.
Oh, it's a shame I have that mistrust on me still with you.
Yeah, I guess Levine is gonna ask the like rather very coy for Levine. I guess it would be like, hey, do you have a radio? That's
Is
like
this,
how she's gonna ask it too. Just very. Do you have a radio?
like right now?
Do you know someone who has a radio?
Yes.
May I use it?
What are you using it for?
I just want to call my dog.
Oh. Sinus, am I getting sus vibes here, or is that just sort of, at the player discretion at this point?
Well, I mean, I think that you have a bond of mistrust with Levine, and you are certainly suspicious, and it's kind of up to you how you would want Blair to act on that suspicion. Are they? Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Alright, in that case, then Blair's like, yeah, I can help you. And, we'll just feel like you'll probably have to go back to the castle with me, if that's cool.
Okay, Levine's first reaction to that is like get a little sweaty because she realizes she hasn't been, in one of these settings in a while again, and she's a little bit concerned what that might mean. But so like, oh yeah, let me just do something quick. So she gets a handkerchief and she wraps it around her face. It's like, I think I'm coming down with a cold, so I don't want to spread it.
Oh, did you fall in the water too? I thought I only saw Edgar and Cassandra fall in.
I think I sat in I sat in the water too long earlier. That you're so strong when you were sitting in the water. By the way, I was very impressed. Achoo.
Right. Okay. I can see about getting a radio. Just it might take me a little bit. I have to go back there though.
All right. So you two
Okay.
make your way back to the castle, and you talk to the young lady who has been looking after you, and she manages to hook you up with a sending crystal, and tells you that it can send. All you have to do is look through the stone and imagine the person or people that you want to communicate with, and what they will see is essentially an image of you in front of them, and will be able to hear and communicate with you for up to 5 minutes.
Okay. So is that like two-way, or is that just a one-way message? Just
Two-way.
two-way. Okay. So should I I probably don't, because this is gonna be me trying to call Gimme and Janks. I don't know if I should just explain how the conversation goes.
Yeah,
Just
please
in
do.
general. Okay. And is Blair like eavesdropping in? Is Levine aware Blair's eavesdropping in?
I had assumed Blair kind of like stood off somewhere in another room, so like to give you some privacy, but is kind of listening closely to if there's any like
Okay.
shouting, but not she's giving enough privacy
Okay.
despite her
So
suspicions.
yeah, Levine calls up, establishes the connection. She takes off her handkerchief for this. She kind of has a little bit of back and forth. Gimme is like, oh, nice to hear from you again. They're wishing each other a little bit of happy holidays. Levine is like far more soft with her speaking. as opposed to just being sad, you know. And Jenks is reminding her you gotta brush your hair, otherwise you're gonna get snarls. Gimme is like, and Levine's talking about Edgar, and like Edgar's almost as good of an engineer as Gimme is. Cassandra is like about as good as a fighter as Jenks is. Just like, and like has like the energy that Blair has, you know, and just hearing a lot of back and forth information about like the people that she was traveling with and stuff, and then they're like, love you, Levine, and she's like, love you, and she kind of, I gotta get water on my voice. I'm out of water. Oh no. No, I got a little bit. And then she kind of like, and then after she's done with the, you know, the little communication there, she just feels so exhausted. She just misses him so much. But then she sucks in her, just gets some air into her chest and sucks it into her belly and just gets herself just a little more energy before she walks out of the room and talks with Blair like, okay, we can go. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, Blair will take it back to the person that raised her and be like, yeah, okay, no problem.
Did you want to eavesdrop on any of that or not, Blair?
My rolls have been garbage, but maybe for like a second, not the whole thing.
Okay. Roll
Like the beginning.
Roll insight and dexterity.
Insight and dexterity. Okay, hold on. D6 and D10.
And Levine, roll insight and insight.
That's a 4.
What did you roll?
That's a 4. A 4.
Okay.
Insight, that's my favorite. That's a hot 8.
Oh, nice.
Okay. You overhear Levine talking, but you don't pick up any particular details, and Levine, everything that you wanted to keep secret stays secret. Yep. All right. I think that this is a good place to end our session.
Yeah, Levine is mostly doing this too because she has concerns for their well-being.
Yeah. I think this is a good place to end for today.
Yeah.
Thank you all. I'm really excited to get back into the main storyline and everything. And I'm sorry that I had to miss 2 weeks ago or whenever it was.
You really don't have to explain it.
No, you don't have to be
all
sorry.
good.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Life happens.
Yep. Yeah, hopefully when we can get Zinnia back in here, we can march on with the story in January and keep this thing going at once a month. I hope you folks had fun. I had a lot of fun kind of designing the festival, and my wife gave me the ice carving idea, and I kind of wanted to have some sort of ice-themed boss fight. Yeah, let's see. Yeah,
That was fun.
the ice lance was weak as crap. It did not have... Well, and being
It's crap. It
enraged
hit
didn't
me for
help.
17 days.
Yeah, I was gonna say it almost killed me, but I felt like it was gonna kill me multiple times.
Yeah.
I felt threatened, if that makes you feel better.
Yeah, I definitely felt threatened.
Yeah, I think...
I was like, man, this guy should really be buffed, right? Right? That's what we were thinking.
No.
You think everything should be buffed and more difficult. You went into honor mode immediately when it was released because you're crazy. So you don't get a say in these
Are you?
things. Sorry.
But yeah, there were some things behind the scene there. It was a giant elemental. So it was immune to poison. It was weak to fire and lightning. But I wanted I wanted, because it was created through magical means, that fire would have some sort of negative effect. And so I wanted it to... it made sense for it to cause the ice on the lake to crack and everything. But if you... It was also weak against lightning, which I would not have penalized with cracking the ice.
That makes sense. Yeah. I would have only tried dark otherwise. So.
And it would have absorbed ice damage. And I thought about making it strong against physical damage, but decided against it at the last minute because you were just shaving ice with it. So, yep.
We also had a lot of -2s on some rounds just for being blinded, so
No, yeah.
that would have been a lot trickier.
Yeah, I thought about making that attack do damage, but decided against it.
Oh no, it was.
Well, I appreciate that. I would have probably died really fast.
It was a fun encounter.
Alright, well, I'm gonna wrap up the stream here, and I'll hang out in the Discord for a couple minutes if you folks want to chat anymore. And thanks everybody for watching.
Yeah.
All right, bye
for
everybody.
Bye.
Uh,
Hey.
Bye stream.